Okay, I
Woohoo!
still can't see anything in the graphics.
Yeah.
But,
Hey, you're live.
okay.
So
Yeah,
real
it's
quick,
set-
Skeptic,
it's
because I
open up
gotta
as a
be cutting out here in a minute.
And then it. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
So since I gotta be cutting out here in a minute because I got a premiere in 20 minutes and I got food coming like any minute now. Ross, I actually did some testing today, and I'd like to see what your input is before the premiere actually happens. Now, somebody on the Flat Earth side made a claim about Polaris and traveling, 69 miles away from the North Pole, how it would drop 1 degree every 69 miles. He said it would work perfectly fine on a flat Earth, with the Polaris being a set distance over the Earth. What do you think my results were?
I think that sort of makes sense, but you'd have to remember that for every degree you're dropping away, that 69 mile is also going to have that distance diminution effect. So it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. The gap between...
But what we observe in reality, what we observe in reality is every 69 miles away from the North Pole that you go, directly south, Polaris drops by 1 degree every single time. So every 69 miles, you get a 1 degree drop.
It would definitely show a very much exponential difference in distance.
How would it be exponential?
If
it's every six, that's not exponential. It's a linear distance. Every 69 miles, it drops 1 degree. So you go another 69 miles, it drops 1 more degree. You go another 69 miles, it drops 1 more degree. That's linear, not exponential. So I actually did a spill model test. Yeah, which would actually explain that.
It would not be linear.
It
the fact
would
that
be
it is linear proves it's flat.
With a globe, it would be linear. With a flat Earth, they're saying it works fine on a flat Earth. Hold on, Tony. With the globe, that is explained at going over a curve. On a flat Earth, the claim is it works just the same way. I actually went and tested that today. And I did it a couple days ago, but I couldn't use that footage because the thing I was using to measure angles was off balance, so it was giving me some bad results. False readings, basically. So I read it today with a more accurate piece of instrumentation. Oh, no, it wasn't a protractor. It was actually something that measures where level is, and it measures an angle from level. But I tested it with a drone, maximum altitude, and I set it out at incremental steps that were the same as going 69 miles at a time. It was going 100 feet at a time. Do you think that my results matched the flat Earth claim, or did they match a globe Earth claim?
So are you actually dropping below where you would view the North Pole? Is that what you're saying? As you went further towards the equator, you're actually dropping
listen to
away.
Listen to what the claim was. Listen to what the claim was. You go a fixed distance from the North Pole. Say you were at the North Pole. North Star is directly overhead.
Yeah, but
you go 69 miles. Hold on. Shut up.
Shut up. Over a cliff.
If you want to hear what the test is, you have to shut the fuck up.
He can't do that.
So,
all right, go ahead.
You're at the North Pole. North Star is directly overhead. You go 69 miles south. It drops 1 degree towards the horizon. You go 69 miles more to the south. It drops 1 more degree. It continues to do that until you can no longer see Polaris.
Don't you understand what a degree means? The
Yes,
further
we do.
away you get from something, the degree is going to change.
What? Why are you going
Is anyone else's brain dribbling out of their nose?
The degree means something that you're looking at 1 degree. But if you move 69 miles away and see a second degree, then that degree is going to be different. You cannot keep bringing the same...
No, it's not.
No, it's not. 1 degree is 1 degree, you dumbass.
Don't you understand distance diminution?
This is...
Right, no, Ross, right.
This is just...
Let me try something. Ross, right. I've got a triangle. I know you probably heard this before, but I've got a triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1. So what are the internal angles? Right, we've all done this.
720.
Okay.
Right, you're being obtuse on purpose. Right. So it's 60, 60, 60, right? So now I've got a triangle of sides 2, 2, and 2. Now what are the internal angles?
Oh, that'd be 480. Come on, Craig.
This
Don't be
is
stupid.
why I'm saying...
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you are stupid, Ross. That's well established.
All right,
Mike's
so
not.
well, hold on. I think
not.
before we go forward, Sean, you said you're about to get out of here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to give you an opportunity to properly say goodbye. That we don't. I know if we start talking, we're going to take you beyond your time limit here. So, do you have anything you want to say to the crowd before we let you get out of here?
Keep watching Skeptic. I've got a premiere in 15 minutes now, but after this is over, go ahead and watch that.
Hey,
nice
shut up, Ross.
When it's not involving you in the conversation because you're just a dipshit.
Well, hey, listen, Sean, if you want to wait a little bit, I will start reading super chats here in a minute, and I'll have it ended within 30 or 45 minutes if you can wait 25 extra minutes or so. If not, I understand, but if you want to grab the crowd and take them that way, we can wait.
No, I am not taking your crowd, so I'll just bump it back a half hour.
Okay.
Now my premiere is at 10:30.
Okay. So, let me ask anybody here before we get to super chat, since it's from two different shows. I'll go ahead and I'll just go ahead and end this show here pretty shortly, and we'll do the super chats from the other one, and we'll just we'll come back another day and have a big old powwow with everybody. But before we do that, I want to ask, does anybody else here have something they want to offer to this conversation?
I would like to suggest.
Okay, Tony, you go first, and I'll turn it over to Flat Earth Aussie Jesus after you. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, you really need to be willing to learn. Otherwise, I'm just going to react to you like you are deliberately wasting everybody's time, because that seems to be your entire goal here. Is to get attention and to waste everybody's time. So I would suggest that you start actually being willing to learn, rather than just make crap up and pretend that it makes sense.
Now, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. Oh, go ahead. I'll turn it to you in a second, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, but go ahead, Tony. Go ahead, Sean.
The ending of my next video will definitely apply to Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. Just saying.
Okay, now I don't know if he's still here. He may have just dropped out because he's stuck in place. Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, are you still here? He's frozen. Okay, let's do super chats. Yeah, let's do super chats. And guys, hey, I want to tell you guys, I am so sorry that it ended like that. I showed my screen off to these gentlemen here, and they can attest that it was not ended on my end. I have no idea why it ended on me like that.
No, that was weird.
Yeah, it ended on YouTube. Just ended the stream. I don't know why, but it just ended the stream. So let me go ahead and read these super chats.
Well, it was weird. It was buffering a little. It buffered like 3 or 4 times beforehand, and then I had to refresh. I refreshed, and it only gave me the option to stream it in 144p, and then it crashed.
I don't know. Usually it doesn't actually crash though. Usually it just buffers and comes back up. Like I didn't even have to end the stream. It just ended itself, which is weird. Oh, I know why it ended itself. Because oh my God. Y'all will never, oh wow. Fail Team Skeptic, right? Let me tell you what I did, guys. In an effort to not fail, I failed.
You fucked
because
up.
I turned it on auto. I turned it on auto shut off. So when it stops receiving the signal, it ends it over there. So I could push the button over here and end the stream, so I didn't fail anymore. No, that fucking didn't work. Now it fucking failed me on the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn. But anyway,
you
here. I'm gonna cut out.
Not to fail.
Okay. You take it
easy, Sean.
Yeah, no problem. Take it easy, Sean. We'll be there for the premiere as soon as we get done here.
All right.
Take care, Sean.
Okay.
Sorry, just want to say a quick sorry to Sean if I talked over him at any point. Didn't mean to.
Oh, I'm sure it was just... sometimes Sean gets a little frustrated with the opposition, and it bleeds over into us. I do it too. I always catch myself like getting... frustrated at somebody else and then trying to tell Fight to mute them, and it sounds like I'm yelling at Fight as if I'm angry with him, but really it's not. It's that I'm just so worked up from them, and I'm just like telling it, "You'll Fight, mute him," and if you listen to just that point, it looks like I'm yelling at Fight or I'm yelling at Sean or yelling at you, but it's not. Like, it's definitely just a matter of being in the moment. So I don't think when he was like, "Hold on, Tony," I don't think he was really trying to be aggressive with you. I think it was more along the lines of like he was getting emotional with FEAG or Jay, and that just bled over into him talking to you. So, but I don't think you talked over him. I think it was just a normal conversation. But let me go ahead and read these super chats out. We got the first couple of them are directed to Fight the Flat Earth. FTFE, if it was, this comes from Jessica G for $5. FTFE, if it wasn't for you coming here, we would all be gone. You actually make this work. You aren't even the glue. You're the team all by yourself.
I understand. I mean, it's the sentiment of the community in general, really. I mean Team's channel died the second that he decided to have a face reveal. He was all good with the Lego persona, but then he thought, "No, I'm going to show my face." And you should see his analytics. The day after, like he lost subs, his views dropped. I mean, that was his big mistake.
The gap in my teeth widened. Just from showing my face on camera, it just widened immediately the next day. I woke up, I had a full body staph infection. And then I had 10,000 less subs, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck the Skeletor guy." What's funny is I did a family gathering today. I hadn't seen my aunt, who's been in the hospital for a while now. I haven't seen her in a few months, and I got a chance to see her today. And we were saying something. What did I say I said something to my niece, and she looked at me like I was crazy. I'll try to remember. Oh, there he is. Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. Okay, I thought you had maybe dropped out or something like that. But okay, I'm glad you made it back. Some of these super chats. Some of these super chats are directed at you. If I remember what I told my niece to make her freak out, that I will. But Jessica G.
To come back to your channel, mate. Yeah, all right. The YouTube one is completely dropped out. Oh, Jessica G.
Jessica G and Ilya Moon are lovely people. Jesus, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. They are lovely people, and they do have my full support. I will make sure that there is no more unfair timing out or unfair hiding, but at the same time, I support my mods and I back their play. So we'll just change the play a little bit.
Right now.
But we'll change the play around a little bit to ensure that it's a little bit more fair for our guests that come on here. Because I think you're trolling a lot of them. I don't think it's out of hate. I think sometimes that's how people might take it or see it, which is totally understandable. They're seeing it from their perspective. You can't blame them. But at the same time, when I see it from my perspective, I don't always come to the same conclusion. Sometimes I come to the conclusion that you're just being a troll like I am sometimes. But
you have to understand, they are trying to trigger me. They are definitely trying to trigger me. And
why not? Why not? I am.
Yeah. Dude, if you respond, of course they're going to do it. Well, I mean, let's face it, how mad have you been at me? Hold on, Ross, how mad have you been at me ever since the first time we met? Ross, hold on. How mad have you been at me ever since the first time we met? I made the joke about it's the second crucifixion of Jesus you're going to see. You've been pissed off at me ever since that moment. Triggering you works.
It's all about me, Craig. You were nothing to me. You're just like a little piss hand, mate. You're nothing.
Dude, I live on your head rent-free.
It's the same with these girls that follow me online.
Every single stream that I'm ever in online, you turn up in the audience. No matter what channel I'm on, there's Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, my little fangirl, in the audience, throwing her knickers at me.
All right, so let me get through these super chats. Let me get through these super chats.
And you happen to troll Flat Earth everywhere you go.
Yeah, it's fun. Hey, I have fun with this, Roscoe. I have fun with this.
Trolling idiots is great fun.
I do. I troll these idiots.
I mean, let's face it.
Let me read the super chats.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Look, let me read the super chats because several of them are directed at Fight the Flat Earth and Tony and you, Roscoe. So hold on. FTFE, this comes from Ilya Moon. Check it out, Roscoe. You're gonna love this super chat. For $5 at FTFE. Team Skeptic told us your cup size for shame. When you're ready for a new partner, hit me up. I'm prettier. Yes, 100% you're prettier, and yes, I did tell them that you rock a double D cup size fight, so you're not gonna live that one down.
Let's face it. Gollum's ugly twin is prettier than
hold on. I want to play something for you. I want to play something for you guys real quick. This was condensed down for me and shared with me. I think I have it. Let me see. Yes, I do. Okay, good. Give me 1 second to get this up. I'm only gonna play a small portion of it. But
I don't know if you're actually still live streaming on YouTube.
Yeah, we are. We're still live streaming.
Yes,
I restarted. I had to start a new stream for some reason. It booted me out. Okay, and now my thing ain't playing. Okay, great. So I love when I tell you guys I'm about to play something for you guys, but
then
it
fail.
doesn't. No, it does. It's not freaking playing. Look at this. I'm playing it. This was shared with me by Ilya Moon. This was from their channel, which I was talking about the nipple ejaculators. If y'all don't know what that is, y'all need to learn. But give me 1 second to try. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Team's middle name is Fail.
Oh God, not with Craig's voice. That was terrible.
Hold on for a second. Did this one thing on a casting couch one time. But it wasn't porn. It wasn't porn. It was an interview.
Yeah. She's a future Karen.
Hold on, let me get it to the nipple ejaculator part.
Trying to show off what she does.
Where too, but it's not
cups on there, like almost like over.
No cleavage.
Exactly.
That's what I thought the 2-cup method was. I thought you just put 2 vacuum cups on there, like almost like oversized breast milk pump ejaculator things, and you put them over your nipples.
Ejaculator
you put them over your nipples. You pump the air out of the vacuum tubes. It sucks the skin up, and then you go like that. We pop them off, and when you do that, they look weird because they're shaped like cups. But they look like boobs. I mean, you push them together, there's cleavage.
Game.
That's all I'm gonna play for you guys. Ilya Moon, if you'll please share your link in the chat so people can go and watch that whole episode. That episode was fun, and I outed you as having double D's, Craig. But I will give it to you. You are down to a single D cup right now, maybe even a large C.
Dude, I've lost loads of weight.
All right.
I hear myself.
Oh, yeah, let me fix that. Sorry about that. Okay, all right, so, yes, now we go to Jessica G for $2. Remember the time Team Skeptic didn't suck? Yeah, me neither. Thanks, Jessica. Appreciate it. Jessica G, hey, Alexa, this is Team Skeptic. Can you add a double-sided dildo to my Amazon shopping cart, please? Change the recipient's name to anonymous. JL Truth for $4.99. So much ragging on Team. Don't worry, buddy. I think you're awesome. I don't care what your mom says about you. Yeah. Oh, thanks, JL. I appreciate it.
Just Jessica G points out that these are from a couple of days ago. The super chats you're reading.
Oh, are they? Oh, whoops. Oh, they are. Whoopsie. They all still apply tonight.
Oh, Team, you're just failing all over the place.
No, hold on. I'm going to them right now. I just got to scroll up.
What I like is that you didn't even recognize them, because I thought, you must know that you were reading old ones, because
No, okay. I found them. Guys. All right. Okay. Ranger Man 9404 for $5 US at Flat Earth Aussie Roscoe. Has a better chance of winning the debate if he completely shuts down his computer. Ilya Moon for $5 US. Love you, Team. Yeah.
There wasn't anybody. This was just an open discussion.
Oh, it is. We're just when people use the word debate.
I'd love to know what the topic was, because.
Should stupidity be allowed on the internet?
That's what I would guess.
Yes, it's hilarious.
No, but when most people say debate, they're using it colloquially. They're not using it technically, because this is nowhere near a technical debate. If this was a technical debate, there would be definitely different ways to do it, ways of doing it, of holding the debate.
I guess you can call the shots. Yeah. All good.
Okay, so let me see. God's Auditor for $5 US. Team Skeptic, is that a tuna can in your mankini? Or do you just have a really weird dick? It's a goddamn peanut butter jar. That's what it is. Give Krusty Locks here the old dick twist. I would do it, but I'd be demonetized. Mr. Victory for $4.99. Ross still owes Ilya Moon a real apology for the way he talked to her. Ozzy, I'm not going to force you to do it, but I'm going to ask you if you feel compelled to say, hey, let's let bygones be bygones. Let's move forward and let's start over from scratch right here. I'll give you that opportunity. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I want you to if you do want to. Go ahead.
Flat Earth Aussie Roscoe.
I just put it into the comments. I'm really sorry.
All right, good deal. Thank you. Hey,
whatever.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing that. That means a lot to me because Ilya Moon is she's a wonderful person and she does a lot of work behind the scenes
but yeah, if she wants to come on and put shit onto me, then I will definitely put shit back onto her.
Yeah, and that would be fine, but you went in a bad direction, right? You didn't say something that was funny. You said something that was maliciously hurtful. And that's a different thing entirely.
Well, if that's the case, maybe something she said to me previously was maliciously hurtful as well. Did you look into that?
Hold on. Hey, everybody. Hey, yeah, but everybody, look. Hey, everybody, listen. I'm saying let's move beyond this, okay? Let's move beyond it. Let's not bring up old shit. You said your apology. You even sent it to her in the chat. I think that's a good way to go. I do think you guys should understand something, though. If you give somebody shit, expect them to give you shit back. It should never cross the line. But if you do give somebody shit, they should be able to respond to the shit you're giving them without being timed out. So that's just moving forward, but we're beyond that. Thank you, Ross, for giving her that apology. At Ilya Moon for $5, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, you said I was destroyed at birth and you were sorry I was born. You're abhorrent. Well, he did apologize, whether you accept the apology or not, just like it was his choice to apologize or not. Ilya, it's your choice to accept it or not. No one's going to make you accept it, but I would like to move forward from this point, guys. David Dallinior, I hope I said that right. I'm going to try to read this and I'm trying to determine whether it's a fucking N with the little squiggly on top or if I've got just a dirty ass monitor. It looks like it's a Dallinior for $1.99. Flat Earth equals fighting mental health. Again, another one from David Dallinior, US for $1.99. Stop complaining. Best evidence, please. I think that's right. We need to see some evidence. Jukane 726 for $5 Aussie. I only have one question to Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. Why should I believe anything you say? I'm going to turn it over to you, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. I'm going to mute everybody else, and I'm going to let you answer that question. Why should we believe you?
Okay, well, thank you for asking. I think that's a very fair place to put me upon. And the thing is, I have nothing to gain from telling a lie. So I'm a truther. This is what I do. I'm a truther. And I absolutely believe in telling the truth 100% of the time, whether it be to my own detriment or, I will just tell it how I see it. And so when it comes to the flat earth, then what have I got to gain? I've got nothing to gain by telling you the earth is flat and we really do live on a spinning space ball hurtling through a vacuum of space. There's nothing for me to gain from telling you the actual truth. But to believe that we are on a spinning space ball in a vacuum of space, then it challenges me then to question it. Okay, do you have any proof that we're on a spinning space ball? No, you don't. So I'm basically just challenging your perception of reality and calling it a bunch of nonsense simply because it is a bunch of nonsense. Water does not conform to the outside curvature of a spinning space ball in a vacuum of space. The atmosphere does not conform to being contained by a fucking vacuum of
then show some
space.
evidence.
So that's the whole point. That's why when we say why should we listen to you, not because we're trying to see what your agenda is. It's why even when you say I have no agenda, this is the way it is, why should we believe you? Not having an agenda is not reason enough to believe you.
Well, I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm asking you to question it for yourself. Do your own research. Look for yourself. Question everything. And if something doesn't gel with you, if it sounds like absolute bullshit, then it should be absolute bullshit.
That's relative density. Relative density.
Recognize bullshit.
That's absolute bullshit. So, relative density is absolute bullshit. Go ahead, Tony. I'm going to turn it over to Tony for a second. Go ahead.
Relative density is bullshit? Yes. Clear.
Yes. But hold on. Let Tony answer. Let Tony answer. Go ahead, Tony.
So Ross describes himself as an intuitive scientist, so he tries to intuit what's going on. But your ability to logically connect your axioms to a conclusion relies on your axioms being right. And so you need to actually be well enough informed to have correct axioms, and that's where Ross doesn't. He doesn't know enough science to have a correct axiomatic set, and that means, and that I am still speaking, and
go ahead, Tony.
You got to prattle on your.
I'll give you a second. Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. Go ahead, Tony.
So his confidence that he can get to robust logical conclusions is based on a complete misappraisal of his axioms. So his axioms are wrong. He gets to nonsense conclusions.
Yeah. Okay. Now, before we get on to the next super chat, do you want to add? Oh, somebody wake up, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. He's asleep. We'll go to the next one. All right, Ranger Man 9404. The globe is insanity, says the man who thinks that giants carved it out of the Grand Canyon, or that giants carved the moon out of the Grand Canyon. P.S. Nice straw man at Flat Earth Aussie Roscoe. Okay, you said. Hold on. I want to give you a chance. Go ahead.
Let me ask the question, team.
Yeah, go ahead. Right. Go ahead.
So Ross, when we first met, your direct words were, I think that the giants dug the moon out of the Grand Canyon, filled it with helium whilst it was cooling, which is why you get craters, and put it in the sky to mock us worshipping the sun. You say you've advanced that theory. Could you elaborate?
Yeah. I've always said that they definitely mined the raw materials that created the moon, which the Globe Earth also says the same sort of thing. It says that some random meteor strike knocked those raw materials out of the Earth and created a perfect sphere. Whereas I say it must have taken some amount of intelligent design, pardon me, to make it
actually, no, that's not what we say. That's not what we say. We say another planetary body. No, we don't. We don't. We say another. No. Ross, don't tell us what we say. We say another planetary body collided with Earth, and the resulting debris from that body and the bits of Earth, due to hydrostatic equilibrium, formed a sphere that we now know as the Earth, as the Moon.
So another planet
just someone slammed into Earth and.
Come on, are you listening to yourself?
Another planetary body, yes. No, there's absolute evidence of this, Ross. Ross, hold on. No, Ross, shut up for a sec. Ross, shut up for a sec. We like to talk about evidence, and there is evidence for this, because when they went to the moon, they actually detected exactly the same water molecules that you find on Earth. The only way that could happen is if the moon was once part of Earth, or part of the collision that brought both the water and that bits to Earth.
Go ahead, Tony.
The chemical ratios in lunar rock samples are very, very similar to what we get from the deep mantle, and the similarity is so exact that the prevailing theory is that they must have been derived from the same source.
Same source, right?
Well, what about all those fucking meteors?
Bless you.
Corona. All those meteors created all those craters. Changed the composition of it. You know,
why would it change the composition of it? No, okay, but the meteors are very, very small. They're like dust particles to the moon. So you're adding very, very little amount of material, even if tons and tons of material falls on the moon every day. And I'm not saying.
Excuse me. Are you talking about the craters of the craters?
Yes.
The massive,
meteorites. The meteorites that would. Right. Well, the size of the crater is determined by the kinetic energy. So, of course, everything's traveling.
Because of it.
Go ahead.
Because of the moon's lower gravitational field, the debris travels further, so you get larger debris fields as a result of impacts on the moon. But
despite all the craters being perfectly circular.
I'm sorry, what?
I beg your pardon?
Despite all the craters of the moon appearing perfectly circular.
That's because energy travels radially in all directions from the point of impact. So on the surface, it's going to form a circle.
Not all craters look like that anyway.
Yeah, it's not all perfect circles, but they're going to be relatively circular because of the energy spreads out evenly from the point of impact. And the amount of kinetic energy doesn't... Go ahead.
Despite how crazy my theory might sound about giants mining it out of the Grand Canyon,
it doesn't just sound crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't even call it a theory.
Go ahead, Tony.
I was finished. I was just saying I wouldn't say it sounded crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me keep moving.
Batshit crazy.
Sounds crazy. But your theory that is alternative to it sounds even crazier.
No.
Fucking meteors.
To you, but
no. Dude, we see meteors on Earth. Why should we assume that meteors are? Hold on. Hear me out. We see meteorites on Earth, right? So why should we assume that meteorites only hit the Earth and never hit the moon?
Have we ever seen a meteorite hit the Earth?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes. What are you talking about? That's absolutely that's absolutely false. We see objects coming from the sky all the time. They enter into our atmosphere. They collide with our atmosphere. We see them all the time. There is no denying that they exist.
So have you got any evidence of a perfectly circular crater on the ground that mimics what we see on the moon? Because of a meteor.
Sure. Can fight while I'm reading off these super chats? Will you find at least 1 or 2 pictures of circular craters on the Earth?
Wolf Creek.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a few.
I'm going to go ahead and keep reading super chats while you grab those pictures.
Got 1 or 2 examples, but you don't even have a meteor.
Huh? There's people go out and meteor hunt all the time. They hunt for meteorites all the time in the Earth. If they know that a meteorite is hit in a certain area, they go out with a metal detector and look for the meteorite because it contains elements that have high value. Or it can contain elements that have high value, depending upon its composition.
I'm happy to hear it, but again, the evidence always suggests that it's another thing that just exists in your imagination. It's like samples.
What?
Well, here we go. So, like, literally every single one of these craters are like spherical. I mean, like you can even see like the blast, the radius from it. It's
well, where's the meteor?
Circular.
Where's the meteor?
People go out. They break up. Number one, sometimes they break up in air and they get just spread out over the environment. That's what I'm saying. People go out there and they collect these rocks because the rocks have the potential to be of high value. If they didn't have the potential to be of high value, they wouldn't go collect them.
If you go look at, say the Museum of Natural History in New York, for instance, they have a massive collection of iron nickel meteorites. that are really spectacular. It depends on the nature. It depends on the nature of the particular meteorite. Some of them melt. Some of them, that are really solid. They're actually buried beneath the center of the crater there, and you can go and dig them out. Some of them are chondritic, and they sort of smash apart into little rocks, and you can only see the crystals. You're making up stuff that agrees with your hypothesis. You're making up what the evidentiary basis is, because you don't actually know what the evidentiary basis is. Yes, you are. You don't. You don't. You don't know. Yes, and when we present the evidence, you don't change your tune. You never go, I didn't know about that.
You've no evidence. I can't see a meteor. I can't see anything that blew up. If I see any evidence of something that...
Hold on. Pull up the video from... Hold on. Pull up the video from the Russian meteorite, the recent one fight. Will you please do that? Well, I'm gonna read a super chat. We'll get back. We're gonna pull up this. I want you to see a meteor entering into the atmosphere. Luchin Andrews, my team. I bet it's YouTube and their retarded commenting filters. It deletes even PG-13 comments, so please turn off your commenting filters for fuck's sake. Actually, Luchin, I said this to you earlier. I have a custom comment filter because I know that it'll hold like butt, B-U-T-T, because it's in the regular filter. And I don't want to have to go through and approve a message after message after message. So I went ahead and just put the most hateful of comments in the comment filter. So that's I don't think that's why it was doing what it was doing, whatever we were talking about. Oh, the hiding people. Brainy Beaver for $2 Canadian. He doesn't get that you're looking on at an angle. And I don't remember exactly what it was talking about. It was something earlier we were talking about. Thank you, Brainy. I appreciate it, bro. Let's game tonight. FTFE for 5 GBPs. Great Britain pounds. Talking to Flat Earth Jesus makes my brain dribble out my nose. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Hold on. Here you go. Right here. This was amateur footage that was caught by many people. Not just one, but many people. And there was damage to buildings. There was damage to cars. People got hurt from the shockwave. It exploded in the air. Didn't hit the ground. Now, where did that come from, Roscoe or Ross? Where did it come from? If it didn't come from,
I'm asking you, why are there 2 trails from one object? There are 2.
It breaks up. It breaks up. Yeah. No. That's a good question. That's a good question. So, no, that's a good question. Okay, because
all the damage that it caused.
Well, but hear me out. Tony kind of said it best when he said that most objects that come from space are not going to be solid and dense enough to actually make it to the surface of the Earth. They hit the atmosphere. The atmosphere provides resistance. It heats up the object. The object then begins to break apart like you see it does here. You could see when the catastrophes for the shuttles were happening over Texas, you could see that the shuttle was breaking up into many different parts, and each part had its own trail that it was leaving. The same thing is happening here. There's just so much energy is building up that it eventually breaks the rock apart. And that each one of the new parts that comes out still going to be traveling at the same velocity, but that's not going to be connected. So what's going to happen is you're going to get 2 different trails, or 5 different trails, or 100 different trails, depending upon how bad it breaks up.
Look, Ross, you can see it here. Like, this is the point where it obviously reaches too hot and explodes, and you can see that's the energy dissipates, but it's left what looks like a bigger trail. When you look up closer, at this point here, it's split into multiple parts after the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're done finished with your nonsense, I'm somebody who's actually observed chemtrails for a long time, so I understand exactly how the chemtrails work.
No!
Chemtrails don't exist. Ross, no, chemtrails don't exist.
And anyone that believes in the globe are
Ross,
going
no,
to
sorry,
chemtrails.
Ross, no, stop. Chemtrails do not exist. There is no such thing as chemtrails.
I know what a contrail
Ross,
is.
there's no such thing as chemtrails.
This is just an attempt to derail. This is just.
We're not going there. Chemtrails don't
exist. Could you please mute him? So all he's doing here is he's just trying to derail the conversation, so that he has an excuse not to have learnt anything. It doesn't make any sense. He's not even trying to pretend to be in contact with reality at this point. Let's move on.
Okay, and we also have a new guest of honor that just showed up to the chat.
It's incredible.
You're not the guest of honor that I'm talking
Ross,
about there, sir.
Shut up.
Red's Rhetoric, how are you doing tonight, sir? I don't see your microphone, so it might not be. You might have yourself muted right now. But you're actually in the call, so you made it in
the force.
Yeah, as soon as Reds gets his microphone worked out, I'll go ahead and we'll turn it over to him. Let me read a few more super chats. King Ed V. Drop a stone in water. It doesn't take 6 hours for the ripples to go away. He can't be that stupid.
Yeah. That was the most. That was really, really dumb. The viscosity of water is not that low.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me just send him a message to let him know that
the viscosity of water is not that high. It doesn't hold its shape for 6.5 hours.
All right, so
nonsense.
JL Truth says, oh yeah, we can hear you now. How you doing, Reds?
That sounds good. I'm not gonna barge in on your guys' fun brigade. I just would like people to do me a solid in the live chat right now. I hate it when people run scams, and there's a scam currently in progress. So, guys, do not leave this video. Do not leave this debate. I'm sure it's a dumpster fire, and we all enjoy that shit. But if you all can do me a favor, I just posted a video link in the live chat. I would like all of you to go to that video I just linked and flag it for fraud. They are currently engaged in a Bitcoin scam, and quite frankly, fuck these people. So please do me a favor. Go to that video that I just linked and flag the absolute shit out of it for fraud, because they are currently engaged in a Bitcoin scam.
How do we know this is the real Reds?
Go fuck yourself, bro. So with that, I'll let you get back to doing whatever it was you were doing. Yeah. Well, I'll let you get back to doing whatever it was you were doing, but yeah, flag the shit out of that video. It is a Bitcoin scam currently in progress. Fuck them. Fuck those people. Thank you very much. Peace out.
All right, man. Take care. Thank you. Oh, it's under spam or misleading, and then it says scams/fraud. And I will go ahead and grab that link as well and reshare it at the end of this stream. Let me grab that link real quick.
So, are you telling me I shouldn't have sent all my money to Elon Musk?
Yeah, right. Those are the people that are funny. Anybody that lost money doing that is an absolute idiot. Doesn't deserve Bitcoin.
I've actually been enjoying watching Elon Musk's feed on Twitter, because every time he posts a tweet, there's at least 200 or 300 people like, "Where's my fucking Bitcoins, Musk?"
All right, JL Truth for $1.99 US. Mad Lib Science. Yeah, making it up as you go, giving describing what we see in reality ahead of time with random verbs, nouns, and adjectives. Mr. President 99 for €5. Guys, why do you bother explaining this to him? Fapping 30 times in 30 minutes makes more sense in my opinion. Fapping 30 times in 30 minutes fucking makes sense in all fucking instances in my opinion. B1 or B16 Street. Oh, B16 Street Burner for $10 US. Please explain how a magnet close to my compass will affect it in an observable way, but a magnet next to a shot glass of water won't do anything observable.
It's magic.
Roscoe, you want to take that?
Sorry, did I miss a question?
Oh, it was a, basically he said, please explain how a magnet close to my compass will affect it in an observable way, but a magnet next to a shot glass of water won't do anything observable. It's talking about your replacement of gravity with magnetism or electromagnetism.
Okay, well, that's a fair question.
I can answer this on behalf of
I think it's pretty easy to say that anything that's magnetic, you know, like, shit, I have pretty strong magnets I use to clean the fish tank. But as soon as they lose that little bit of attraction of the of the magnetism, they just float off into the tank. I have to bloody, go around or pull them back over until I get the magnetism. So the magnetism itself is only a fairly relatively close but very powerful force once it's within the realms of the magnetism. So once you're outside that magnetism, I don't think you're really going to feel any sort of force. I already forget the question.
All right.
What you just said
exactly.
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Let's keep going. I can't listen to the whole thing. Right? We got to get through the super chats. Stringer News 1 for $2 US. 2 words: magnetism lasers. Exactly. Thank you, Stringer News. Good to see you, bud. Glass Monster for $2 Canadian. He sent some emojis. No brain equals flurf. Link me. God damn it, Glass Monster! I'd love to bring you on, and I think actually Glass Monster and Ross would be a good conversation one day. Two crazy people, and Glass Monster's crazy in a good way. I think you're crazy, in a way, but I think in a crazy way. But it would be a good conversation. I think you guys would have it'd be a trip for everybody to listen to you guys argue. Edward Elric for $2. What is the formula for density, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus? We covered this. You said it was resistance earlier, and then you said it was mass divided by volume. So how is resistance, which is, I think it's volts divided by current, how is that, or wait. Yeah, it's volts over current. How is volts over current the same thing as mass over volume?
Victor said the buoyancy was mass over volume, though.
Only refers to density and buoyancy. When it comes to electricity, okay, that's a different sort of story, but it's still the amount of, current.
Yeah, I was just fucking with you. I was just fucking with you because you said it was resistance, and then we have an actual equation for resistance. So that's all. I was just messing with you. All right, Luchin Andrews for 25 Rons. If mass doesn't attract mass, then how are babies born and why? I don't understand the question, but if you have an answer, go ahead, Ozzy. Tommy Gronvold. So go ahead.
Yeah, the little.
How does a plant? How does a plant know how to grow up? Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. How does a plant know how to grow up? Towards the sun.
It just reaches towards the light because that's where it's source.
There's no light. It's underneath the fucking ground. There's no light. It uses gravity. That's the answer. Yeah. Tell me something. Why are photons gravitationally redshifted when leaving the surface of the Earth?
Oh, fucking gravity, obviously.
Okay. Let's remove the word. Hold on. No. Let me take the word gravity out and let me just ask the question how it should be asked. You got it right. Well, yeah, but let me ask it because I had gravity in there. Why are photons redshifted when they leave the surface of the Earth, going away from the Earth? Even on Earth, they're redshifted.
Lack of resistance.
No, that's not an
Lack
answer.
of resistance.
That's not an answer. That's not the right
Lack
answer.
Lack of resistance is the answer to anything that destroys gravity.
Okay, so how does lack of resistance cause a photon to lose energy as it leaves the surface of the Earth?
What photon?
Any photon.
So you're suggesting a photon is...
I am not suggesting. I am positing that through scientific experimentation, we have validated that photons lose energy as they leave the surface of the Earth. Now, you can look at it one of two ways. You can say that the photon had to fight against the pull of gravity and loses a little bit of its energy. When it loses its energy, it expands in wavelength. The wavelength gets higher. Or we can say that space-time is actually expanding as you get away from the Earth, and therefore the length of distance, the wavelength between the same photon of light as it leaves, is actually getting stretched out. So there's either way you can explain it using general relativity and space-time, or just Newtonian gravity and the energy required for the photon to leave. Take your time.
Okay, so now that your little rant is over, assume I'm a complete ignoramus, okay?
Okay.
As I'm sure you like to do.
Done.
Cool. So what is a photon?
It's a self-propagating electromagnetic wave. Or it's a quantized. I'm sorry. It's a quantized. I was going one step further. What is a photon? It's a quantized perturbation in the electromagnetic field. The smallest amount of energy. It means we've given it a value. That's what quantized means. The smallest value that we can give a photon.
But I asked what a photon is.
It's a disturbance, a perturbation in the electromagnetic field.
So it's a perturbation.
Uh-huh.
And that creates light.
That is light. Doesn't create light. It is light.
So lights are perturbations in a quantum field.
No, it's perturbation in the electromagnetic field. A quanta is the smallest unit of the smallest unit that we can sufficiently say that it's a photon. To quantize it means to take that value. Yeah. Okay, so look that up. No, look it up because it's a killer. You can't describe it. You can't explain it without saying, oh yeah, okay, there's a force there that's actually, you can either say it's a force that's pulling on the photon as it leaves, or you can say that it's escaping, extreme curvature of space-time and it's losing energy that way.
So could it be then, for example, the effect of resistance in a field that is resisting it?
No.
Could that possibly be what the existence?
You just said, could it be resistance that is resisting, basically, Ross? You realise that?
Yeah,
that is otherwise undetectable, like everything else. So the magnetic field that's keeping the moon in place is undetectable to us, apparently, and this resistive force is otherwise undetectable to us, and everything else is undetectable, and there's a gigantic conspiracy, and GPS works on radio, even though it's actually microwave. And, there's just no end. There's just no end.
The light is an detectable part of the resistance because the resistance creates a friction into the noble gases,
I've got a question for you.
Which starts up the amount of light which becomes detectable to us, and therefore that's light.
Nothing you're saying makes any sense, Ross. I've got a question for you. When you go outside, what crash helmet do you have to wear?
All right.
Sorry, Quavey, I want that.
I'm sure you did. Don't worry.
I'm going to continue reading Super Chat so we can get through this eventually. Okay, Tommy Gronwald for 20 Nokia dollars. So Sean didn't get this debate on his own either. Yeah, Tommy. He already. Yes and no. I wanted to give it to him, but it always turns out that we all contribute to it. Like Sean said, I told him that he could continue doing it on his own, and he was like, no, I want Tony to go ahead and explain this because that's kind of his field of study, and I'm totally the same way. If I know that there's someone who knows it better than me, I will just defer to that person to explain it, unless that person has tried to explain it and can't get through the fucking thick skull of whoever he's trying to explain it to. I might put myself in and try to explain it then. But at the same time, yeah, you're right. We got to get Sean on here for a true one-on-one debate with somebody. JL Truth. No, you didn't do anything. Tony, you didn't do anything, Tony. Like I said, we love having you on, and just like Sean said, that was kind of your specific field of study. I mean, who better to have explaining something than somebody who's a professional in that field? And I personally would rather turn it over to you anyway, just because of your expertise. So don't apologize for that. JL Truth for $1.99. Bring the pain, Tony. See what I'm saying? That was immediately following the last one. Was that one, the Bring the Pain, Tony? Jessica G for $2 says, hello 911. I would like to report a homicide. I already read that one, and I already read the next one she's gonna say, which is, hello 911. It's me, the alien lover Jessica G again, and I'd like to report another homicide with the same people involved in the same murder victim. So yes, Jessica G, we already
read 2 homicides in the same day.
And then FTFE for 2 global or Great Britain pounds. I know it throws me off when I see the GB pay. That's not the thing that's fucking me up. The symbol, I get the symbol now. It says GBP, and I'm like gigabyte pounds, gigabyte. Oh, that's what it is for 2 gigapas. R/murdered by words. For $5 Sleepy Dan. This was a question I asked earlier. I'm not gonna put you through it again because you already did your best to answer it. If relative density causes weight, then does a glass of ice increase in weight when it melts the water? Water is more dense than ice. And no, it doesn't increase in weight. Same weight, different densities. Generally Shady, who asked several questions, and man, I wish I could have got these earlier. I hope he's still out there. For $5 Aussie dollars. Aussie!
Oi.
Everybody can answer here. No, Ross, you are more than welcome to answer that. Ross has a heart, refuses reality. Delusional, trippy ideas he thinks is explaining stuff that we already know. He's behind all understanding and won't learn.
You think you know stuff. You think you know stuff.
No, we know.
But you don't realize that you've got to have vast acting. Just like everything.
But I can make a prediction. I can make a prediction with my bass-ackwards belief, all right? I can go out there and make an actual fucking prediction, and my prediction will work. Your prediction, on the other hand, is just going to be based on some kind of bullshit and might work, might not work.
We'll do exactly the same thing because I base it on reality, but I just haven't assumed some sort of bullshit beforehand to explain.
So here's your homework.
No, you just...
Go ahead, Tony.
Model the ballistic trajectory of an artillery shell.
Yeah, right. And we'll give you the densities.
As Newton said, we apply a force, and nothing will react.
You go ahead and you do the modeling. You go ahead. No, don't just waffle. Go and do the calculations for an artillery shell trajectory. Using your physics.
Yes, that's all it is.
Yep. Do the calculation. Don't waffle. Don't provide keywords. Do the calculation. Do the calculation. There's a calculation to be done. I want to hit an object with an artillery shell. You tell me, knowing the muzzle velocity of the shell, and its mass, and its density, and its aerodynamic properties, and the air properties, You tell me what angle I need to have the barrel at.
Or through the medium of mercury, or through any other medium. You're always talking about
air.
The density and buoyancy factor of the medium of air. Yeah.
Hey, how about this?
Yep.
But how? Okay, well then. Okay, hold on. Yeah. We can make the calculation simple for you, Flat Earth Aussie Roscoe. We can say, assume there is no resistance. Assume that the Earth is non-rotating and is flat and stationary. Now, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Now, do what Tony's asking. Model the trajectory of a ballistic shell given a velocity v and a gravitational acceleration of a, or of 10 meters per second squared.
He can't use gravity.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. You can't use gravity.
Our feather drops in the same fucking perfect vacuum as a bowling ball.
You're prattling when I asked for a calculation. I asked for a numerical quantity. I asked you to demonstrate how you would go about calculating the angle I need to have an artillery piece at in order to hit an object at a fixed distance away. Well, and all you're doing is prattling. You are just waffling. You are just waffling. None of this is a calculation, is it? None of there's a real world problem. There's a real world problem that you cannot do, right? But it's done routinely. This is done routinely, right? It's done all the time. And we get great results using the physics we have. Thank you very much. And you cannot do the same, something that is done every day. That tells us that you're trying to take us backwards. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Using the same medium. Don't call me a cunt.
You can't.
No, he said can't. Can't. He said no, you can't.
No, I'll call you a cunt. I'll call him a cunt.
But Tony did say no, you can't. Tony said no, you can't. Go ahead, Tony.
I did. It's you keep saying that you can do the calculation. No, you can't. Because we use gravity. We use gravity.
Okay.
We use gravity to do the modeling. You don't have a gravitational force.
Okay, let me explain something. No. Hold on. But that's what Tony's saying. You use resistance and model out the trajectory of a ballistic object. Okay, just using the resistance you're talking about. Now, see, we can draw this out. We can actually plot this out on a graph using a constant accelerating force down, and we can get damn near perfect. Even without taking into Coriolis, if we're not shooting over a long distance, we can be damn near perfect with just two values needed. One is the velocity of the object as it leaves the muzzle, and the second is the acceleration of gravity that we have to account for. Once we have those two, we can then plot the hyperbola or parabola. I'm sorry. We can plot the parabola that the object is going to make when it goes ballistic. Can you do that? Can you do that with just resistance and no gravity?
I had a little bit of trouble hearing your argument, but only because in my own head I'm troubled with this whole idea is when you mention the word Coriolis. So
I said don't. Oh my God. No, come on. We're moving on. We're moving on. You're missing our point. You're missing our point. But Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, you're completely missing the point of what me and Tony are trying to say. Me and Tony are saying that we can just say, don't worry about what's going to happen when we actually fire the weapon. Okay, we're saying model it out. Make a prediction based on muzzle velocity and resistance. We'll make a prediction based on muzzle velocity and gravity, and we'll see whose prediction holds more predictive power. Our prediction will, because you can't make a prediction. You can't even explain what the value is for your resistant force, unless your resistant force is 10 meters per second squared. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're the one claiming that then the Earth is spinning at 1,040 miles per hour, which is
has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
That has nothing to do with whether or not that has nothing to do with it.
And also, nobody says the Earth spins at 1,040 miles an hour because you don't measure rotation in miles per hour, you fucking monkey.
Chapquake. My turn.
Stop saying we're spinning at 1,000 miles per hour because we don't measure rotation in miles per hour.
Can you shut the fuck up for 1 second while I'm having a chance to
speak? Stop saying we spin at 1,000 miles per hour. We do not measure rotation in miles per hour.
Hey, listen. Hold on. We don't measure rotation and speed. If you want to talk about the tangential velocity at the equator, then that's one thing. But we don't measure. That does not translate to 45 degrees north or south latitude.
Fine.
Okay, so it's 15 degrees per hour.
You've got your orbital rate, right, which is actual rotation of 25,000 miles per day. But
that's wrong.
What?
That's wrong. That's wrong. That's only at the equator. That's only at the equator. That's tangential velocity.
A day.
Okay.
So you've got orbital spin, but it's also going actually
okay. So we're gonna
frame of reference,
and to go less than a degree per day means it's going 1.6 million miles a day.
Okay.
But you think
here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going through super chats because I don't think you understand what we're saying. But that's fine. Digital Demonic Davros for 5 Aussie dollars says mass times gravity equals weight, dummy. If you use a scale for bags, then you're using gravity, which is true. Rangerman 9404 for 5 Aussie dollars. If it detects density anomalies, then we can use it to find the graves where dead flurfs are buried. Yeah, well, I don't know. They're pretty well. Yeah, you could because you could measure their foreheads. Yeah, you could definitely find their skulls. Generally Shady for 2 Aussie dollars. Science equals straightforward. Learn it. Denial equals stupid. Yeah, there's been a lot of denial today. 5 Aussie dollars from Generally Shady, and thank you so much, Generally Shady. I appreciate it. I hope you're still around, man, because I know you asked me to get to super chats a little earlier. Ross is arguing with actual scientists. Well, I'm not a scientist. Let's make that clear. Tony is. So you're Generally Shady. Your comment does hold some grounds, but I want to be clear that I try to be a science communicator and an entertainer in the process. I am not a scientist. I would definitely defer anytime we're talking about how accelerometers work, gravimetric accelerometers work, how any kind of seismic activity works. I would definitely defer to my main man, PhD Tony over here, who, if you haven't subscribed to, go fucking subscribe right now. Ross is arguing with actual scientists and still thinks he's right and able to have intelligent conversation. Give some real input. Wake up, Ross. You don't know. I think that you could learn some stuff from us on here on the panel, though, Ross. Straight up. Stringer News 1 for $2 US. Ross, the derp multiplier. Yes, he is. Rangerman 9404 for 2 Aussie dollars. Debate Ross's beer. It's smarter than him. Oh, shit. Ross, what's smarter, you or your beer?
My beard fucking rocks, mate.
What are you drinking on?
Beard.
Yeah. What are you drinking on tonight?
It's a Dave Murphy special.
No, yeah. What beer are you drinking on? Are you brewing your own, or you got a special flavor you like to drink? That's beer?
Of course I brew it.
Yeah, Cooper's.
I brew
Cooper's.
I brew it, man.
Like Dave, allegedly Dave brews his own beer.
I use Cooper's bottles, and I use the ingredients.
Jessica G for $2. Here's the other one. 911. Hi, it's me again. I just witnessed the second homicide. The Athens 619. What up, Athens 619? $5 US. I just like everyone. Woman super chat to trigger this incel. Are you an incel? Or a volcel, I guess you'd be in your turn.
He doesn't know.
All right, Jessica G for $5 US. Tony already has more kills tonight than Team Skeptic gets in 5 nights of Call of Duty streaming. Is that true, Tony? Is that true? You have 5 kills tonight. How do I really get that few kills when I play? I mean, Jesus Christ, Jessica G.
I have to be cruel to you when you are playing because otherwise you suck really badly. But
yes, I do.
Since you're not playing at the moment, I can be fair.
I mean, he sucks.
You're actually quite skilled.
Oh man, I am. I love playing. Sometimes when I'm in my zone, Tony, I will jump around and do flips and everything. It just seems like I'm killing everybody I see. It's like pa 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 pa. So definitely come check me out, Team Skeptic After Dark. If one of the mods will please share my gaming channel. I do a gaming stream pretty infrequently, except for over the last week. I've pretty much done one every night with Bella Charge. We've had Tony on to hang out. We've had Sean Hufford on to hang out. AT2 has been on. Cy Strikling has been on. Who else? I think I had Irish Demon on the other night. We play games for a few hours. I turn on the lights for everybody to mess with me. I have a chat bot lady that absolutely is vicious. She'll say anything you want her to. Fucking dick, suck, doesn't fucking matter. She'll say it. And she reads it to me in my ears while I'm playing. It's pretty fucking awesome. And I'd love to have you come over there and harass me. Go ahead.
Can somebody share a link to my channel? I honestly don't know what it is.
Yes, somebody out there, please share a link to PhD Tony's channel as well, and by all means subscribe. He will have some really great content when he gets around to making his content. And you start growing as a channel. I guarantee you're gonna have some super interesting content there. Philosopher of Nonsense for $2 US. Is Ross a vegetable or a mineral? Asking for a friend. Ross, would you consider yourself a vegetable or a mineral?
Absolutely.
I'd be a mineral.
Good answer.
Great answer, yeah. Fohammer 335. What up, Fohammer, for $5 US. Tony is so savage that the U.S. military is learning some new insults. Yeah. I wonder if he's saying that I'm the U.S. military. Tony could destroy some private far better than my drill sergeants could. Oh, yeah, Fohammer. Man, I'm telling you. I want to know when you went to fucking boot camp first off, because I went to boot camp in the late 90s. So if you didn't go to boot camp in the late 90s, you didn't experience true abuse. Aaron Armstrong for $5 Aussie. God damn it, you Aussies are fucking strong tonight. Tony, I'm a baller, and you're pretty rude. You don't represent me. Oh, Tony!
Yeah.
Gah, stabbed. No, I love you, Tony. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Well, he didn't like the way I came in on Roscoe, and that's fair enough. Or would be if there hadn't been a pre-existing dialogue with Ross. You need to interpret the way I behave to Ross in the broader context of our interactions. As I see it, Ross's entire purpose in coming here is attention-seeking behaviour. And he doesn't argue in good faith. He doesn't attempt to learn anything, and he doesn't present any evidence or any worthwhile arguments. So I'm losing my patience with that.
Well, I'll tell you like this, and I'll defend Ross a little bit here, okay? I do think that there is an attention aspect to him being here or being not in this channel, but being in this community and in this discussion. But Ross was ready to not do this tonight. I mean, he was just like, hey, I don't need to be here, guys. I do not need to be here. You know, like that's all I was like. Either get your ass in, or we'll show you that the show does not rely on you. Ross, I don't mind having you on, and I really do like when you come on and we can have like a really funny conversation, you know. But there is one thing you need to understand. Me and Fight the Flat Earth can do this without a flat earther. Having the flat earther on is really just to bring in a few more viewers because they love the dumpster fires. But me and him do this all the time without a flat earther.
You know, this makes it a circle jerk, you know. Like you do require.
I mean, there's 4 guys here. We're already circle jerking, basically.
Somebody who's prepared to defend their side of the story.
Yeah.
But no one ever does defend their side because it will fail to do that every time.
Well, can I?
Go ahead, Tony.
So if this was an intellectually honest, discussion, and you were making an honest attempt to understand the arguments and the information that we were presenting, rather than just hand wave dismissing everything that is shown to you, then that would be a different thing entirely. But as it is, you just.
I already understand everything that you understand, and you're the one hand.
No, you don't.
No,
you
don't understand anything at all.
Advancing beyond your level of knowledge that you think that you've reached.
Ross, you can't even figure out how the moon gives the Earth 2 tides.
Go ahead, Tony.
Let me ask you a question, Ross. I fire a cannon at an angle of 30 degrees. The projectile has a muzzle velocity of 1,000 meters per second. What is the upward component of that projectile's velocity?
Look, mate, I'm not a fucking engineer. I don't understand exactly.
Okay, so you don't know the stuff that I know, and you don't understand the stuff that I know, because I can do that.
Do you need a minute to
just
think?
made a claim that was false.
Directly downwards to the muzzle.
Ross, do you need a minute to think? I've got some music to help you.
You know. So I should just go and do,
All right.
Google some.
But we don't have to Google. But no, that's the thing. Hold on. No. Ross. That's wrong. We don't need to Google equations. Tony here knows his equations because he has to know them, because he went to school, he learned the stuff, he applies it directly to his job. He doesn't have to stop every time he's presented with a problem and say, hold on, let me go grab a physics book and let me find the answer. He knows the answer, just like I know the answer. Just like
30 degrees.
He just asked you what the he just asked you what the upward component is.
It will be what it will be. 30 degrees.
Yeah, fantastic.
The weight of the projectile. The weight of
it doesn't pretend on the weight of the projectile at all.
All right, give me a second. Let me get back to. All right.
As another human being and just automatically know this stuff off the top of my head. That's ridiculous.
Because we've learned it. God.
Well,
you said not 2 minutes ago. You said that we need to understand that you understand everything we do, okay? And it is obvious that you don't understand what we do. You certainly don't understand what I do, and your claim that you do, your claim that you do is false, simply false. So you're starting from a false proposition.
I will understand the basics of what you're doing because I understand we all live in the same basic nature of the resistance of air.
And but you understand nothing of it.
Resistance of air,
you don't.
Then you have to be.
You cannot.
To me, what a force you're applying to it before I even can begin to understand what force you're applying to it. If you don't tell me, then I'm supposed to.
That is such a. That is. You are.
That's ridiculous.
You seem.
You set me up to fail.
All right.
Yes,
so let's.
We set you up to fail because you can't do stuff. And we are trying to explain to you. Well, actually,
we give me the fucking requirements that we require. But if you set me up to fail, of course. Like you're gonna appear superior because you don't understand basic physics.
You just said you did understand. You just said you understood basic physics. And if you don't understand, you don't understand basic physics. I just demonstrated it. That is like the first question you will ever be asked in a physics. That is the first question you will be asked to answer in a physics class, right? The first. is to separate the non-rectilinear velocity into two rectilinear components, right? Into two orthogonal components in a two-dimensional system. That is the first problem you will be set in physics. And if you can't answer it, then you know nothing about physics. Literally nothing. Zero.
All right, let me move on. Let me move on in the super chats because I'm sure this more questions will come up. Aaron Armstrong for another $5 Aussie. I think this one's directed at you, Tony. Tony, without Flat Earth Aussie Jesus being here, you'd be watching Prawn. But I don't think you would, because I think if Flat Earth Aussie Jesus wasn't here, you'd probably be shaving your head or watching Team Skeptic After Dark play fucking die at video games.
Yeah, I'd be watching. Absolutely, I'd be watching.
So.
There's an argument about whether or not that qualifies as porn, but I'm not going to go there.
Hey, it's might as well be porn. I find more enjoyment in doing that over 10 hours than I would ever find in diddling myself. King Ed V for US dollar. See, I don't really get into just watching it for fun, like watching porn for fun. I could play video games for fun. I could watch people playing video games for fun, but I could not watch porn for fun. I'd get bored. My forearms would start hurting.
I enjoy the story.
I bet you do.
No, come on. I need to know how the stepmom helps her son get off. I mean, it's
very carefully. Hold on, I want to ask. I need to ask Flat Earth Aussie Jesus a very moral question. Okay. This is about your love for other human beings, just general human beings in general, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, okay? So I want you to just put yourself in a position with me right here with what I say, all right? You're in the desert, all right? You and your Uncle Jack are getting ready to ride through the desert on a camel, okay, on 2 camels. You struggle to get on the camel. So your Uncle Jack helps you get on the camel. And then he gets on. You get to your final destination. You get off easy off the camel, right? But your Uncle Jack can't really get off. He's struggling. My question to you is, do you help your Uncle Jack off the camel?
You're a funny guy.
I need an answer. I need an answer, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. All right.
Definitely help my Uncle Jack off the camel.
Yeah, definitely. Good deal. Me too. I help my Uncle Jack off the camel too because he's a really nice guy.
I just want to say something else. Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, you have a good sense of humor, and you have this sort of cognitive dissonance when it comes to science. But if you put that aside, you wouldn't be such a bad person to hang out with.
What do you mean by cognitive dissonance to science?
I think you just demonstrated it.
I would entertain anything, whether it be, like something like believing strongly or disbelieving strongly, whatever it may be, I will entertain it. So that's not cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is saying, I already believe in this thing and nothing you will say is going to stop me from believing that. That's
so you now believe that meteors exist? Because we showed you footage of meteors. We showed you a meteor passing through the sky. So your argument that you don't suffer cognitive dissonance.
You prove a meteor in the first place.
Yeah.
You never proved it was a meteor. Some sort of flying vehicle, which may or may not have been a spaceship, and it got taken out by something which may or may not have been.
Might be a spaceship.
Meteor.
Okay, carry on with the super chats.
All right, one second. I'm trying to get my lights.
Believe it in me.
My lights keep turning off or not turning off, and then there they go. Now they're working again.
Doesn't believe in meteors, but he believes in flying saucers. That's good.
All right, so let me keep on.
It was a flying saucer. I didn't say that you proved it was a flying saucer. but you didn't prove it was a meteor. So I don't believe it's either.
So let me go ahead and finish up with the super chats. For $5 we have King Ed V. Why does anybody give Ross a platform to speak? He doesn't have 2 brain cells to rub together, let alone understand any science. That's demonstrable. Irish Demon for $2 Aussie dollars. Yeah, we have a good time though. We are having a good time. Ross, the only thing dumber than osmium, which I have no idea what osmium is. What is that? Tony.
It's the densest element. It's the densest element. Osmium is denser than all other elements. It's got a density of, I think, about 21 grams per cubic centimeter, something like that. But
God damn, that's crazy.
It takes the record.
Nick Jean for $5 Canadian. Hey Ross, why does everything fall at the same rate in a vacuum? Feather, steel, water, ice, wood. Your brain's remaining 2 brain cells in a vacuum, falling at 10 meters per second squared.
But why would it also fall at the same rate through the medium of air if the attraction of mass was determined by the amount of mass?
Because there's a resistance. You have to take other forces into account.
Resistance? Did I hear resistance?
Yeah,
yes, the fact that resistance is a meaningful scientific term doesn't mean that you can spam it into any conversation and think you make sense. Yes, there is a thing called air resistance.
Does the greater amount of mass have less resistance?
Yeah,
as it should do if it was greater, when we can observably see that it has exactly the same amount of resistance in the medium of air.
Yeah, you're too inebriated to make sense at this point in the conversation. I stand corrected. Osmium has a density of 22.6 grams per cubic centimeter. I've gotten to the point of not really caring what you say, Ross. You're prattling entirely.
You're preaching your own religious belief the whole time, and so of course you're going to deny anything that I say.
All right, so Aaron Armstrong again, and this one's not directed at you, Tony. This is directed at me, you, Fight the Flat Earth, and Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. 3 hedonistic bullies against 1 guy from Clunes who's taken too many gold tops. Way to go, guys. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, Aussie Jesus. I don't feel like we've bullied you. I feel like you're a fairly capable human being and that you played well tonight. Do you feel like we bullied you at all?
Not at all. No, I think we played fair.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and thank you very much, Aaron.
How many touched the gold top mushrooms? So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Aaron Armstrong. I do appreciate your generous contributions. Generally Shady for $5 Aussie dollars. Ross, these intelligent people. What'd you say?
I just see in the comments, Christ Puncher says, I bullied him, I hurt his feelings. I think he's just there poking ants with his magnifying glass. He hasn't touched me at all.
Okay,
anyway,
so
continue with your
Generally
money
Shady
making scheme.
Come on, this is not a scheme here. This is entertainment value. People have generally just spent the past 3 hours enjoying this conversation. So, except for maybe Aaron Armstrong, he might not be enjoying it too much. He's watching Prawn right now. Ross, these intelligent people are trying to help you understand. Your ideas and understanding are incorrect. Learn actual science here. Stop denying the facts. You know, Ross, if there was ever somebody I'd love to sit down and go one by one, starting at the very, very beginning of physics and walking you through everything until you go, no, that's wrong. And we could stop at that point and go, why do we disagree on this very basic physics principle? And it wouldn't get us long. We would never get outside of F equals ma before you would begin having problems, because that right there you would have to explain things like why things fall on their own when they're dropped, which is inexplicable when using the most basic form of most basic equation in all of physics, which is F equals ma. All right, so Christ Punter.
I'm sorry, to take on anybody who wants to argue that. You know, anybody that wants to ever argue, as you just said, one-on-one.
One-on-one.
I see all the time. And people lose their shit. They can't do it. Unfortunately, I am a tutor.
Go ahead, Tony.
I'm being prevailed upon to ask Ross a question about his opinions on the Jewish faith. Do you have strong opinions on people of the Jewish faith?
Well, let's not have any. Let's make sure we don't have any anti-Semitic comments, please.
And I'm not opposed to somebody having their own opinions. Yeah, they're entitled to be wrong, and if they want to try and use that to like oppress other people, then that will be what they'll do.
All right, we're almost done, guys. $5 from Christ Puncher, 5 Canadian. I just realized YouTube doesn't give me the red squiggly line for aluminum, but it does for words like color, neighbor. YouTube hates Canada. Yeah, I can say aluminum.
Yeah, that's because you've probably got your Google settings to American English.
Yeah, American English. Serious.
Can I just make a point on this? Like, so stop me when uranium, selenium, plutonium, einsteinium, germanium.
Are you talking about uranium? Are you talking about uranium? Plutonium? I know of plutonium, uranium, and einsteinum.
Right. It just seems. Why was aluminium picked out to have that eye?
Yes, that's what I want to know. That's the real question: is who the fuck misspelled aluminum? I mean, god damn, there should not be a fucking eye there. Listen to me say it. Aluminum.
It's wrong.
Hold on.
Stop
it.
Hold
on.
There is that line too.
I'm gonna look up this goddamn shit right now.
I think that I did. Okay.
We're gonna see what it says. There's no goddamn I in America. It's just a USA.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's a very.
Oh! Hold on. Y'all think I'm fucking around, don't you? Hold on. You can't read it right there. Reynolds, right? ALUMINUM. No I.
No. You spell it exactly the way you pronounce it in the US. But what I'm asking is, why do you spell it that way? Because the rest of the world spells it with an I.
Winning! Hashtag winning America. All right. So I satisfied y'all's attempt at ridiculing me earlier. I will, moving forward, pronounce it aluminium for aluminium.
I mean, you want to keep being wrong, that's up to you.
Aluminium. I'll try to remember that. Okay. Irish Demon for 2 What's that?
It just rolls off the tongue. Aluminium.
Aluminum. Yeah. Einsteinum. All right, Irish Demon for $2 Aussie dollars. For $2 Aussie dollars. Ross's beard is a drool trap. Herpy derpy derpy derp flurp. Irish Demon for $2 Aussie dollars. Can someone please come and collect their grandpa? Do you have any grandkids? or was he just being mean?
The thing is, these people didn't wake up with my beard yesterday morning and realized the chunk of food that I had in there for breakfast. So God, I win.
Gross. Irish Demon for $2 Aussie dollars. Mass. Oh, this is good actually. Irish Demon for $2 Aussie dollars. Mass, as in dumbass, as in discount Gandalf here. Oh man, huge R's for Goodwin Irish. Sub to Irish Demon, he's amazing. Huge arse for 2 Aussie dollars. Why did the Yoles throw Ross out of their tribe? Or who are the Yowies? Why did the Yowies throw Ross out of their tribe?
Yowies.
Tony, hey, both of you guys want to explain that? I don't know.
Yeah, so Yowie is sort of like a bunyip, or a Bigfoot, or
okay, Sasquatch.
It's a
Yeti.
Yep.
Bang.
Okay.
Got it.
Cool. So Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, do you want to explain why the Yeti got rid of you? You just weren't science enough for them either.
Yeah, because I refuse to eat like the dead flesh of roadkill and from the wallabies. I went.
So you're
vegan.
wasting food. You're wasting food.
Weren't happy with that.
All right, the Athens 619 for $5 US. The stream keeps killing itself from the stupidity. Okay, that was the super chats from earlier. Now let me grab these super chats real quick, and we'll run through these as quickly as I can get through them. All right, let's see. Go up to the top. Oh, MA2 Fletcher Eisler. I was so thinking about you the other day, bro. Oh, good to see you, man. I don't care. I'm gay for MA2. That's my man right there. That dude's fucking awesome, man. I'm really glad you're here, man. I really am. I've missed you, and I legitimately was thinking about you and how well you've been doing, or wondering if you've been doing well. So it's really, really good to see you in the chat, and I hope we get to see each other. I hope we get to see you more around. And if you ever want to have a chat, man, just hit me up. We can have a chat. Don't know how FEAG survived this long, or any Fleur for that matter. I don't know either. It's Flat Earth is on its way out. It's dead. Stringer News 1 for $2. Team Skeptic never fails to fail. That's the one thing that I am solid at. I am good at failing. I am amazing at failing. The indisputable fail champ of the world, right here. Chris Kelling for $5. Team. Oh yeah, Okay, I'm so sorry. Hey, I got your DM. I just haven't hit you up yet. Please forgive me. I'll get in touch with you. It's about the Patreon. So let me get in touch with you, and we'll chat on the side, because I just need to talk to you. But thank you so much for $5. I haven't forgot. I just haven't had the time, to be honest with you. It's too goddamn hot in my house for me to stay here. Kevin Stewart for $5. Don't apologize for ending it abruptly. I'm just glad it ended. Well, it's back up. JL Truth for $1.99. Team even fails at reading super chats. Nah, you thought so. That $1.99 was a bit too early there, JL Truth. Alien X Gaming for $10. Team and FTFE, you guys are awesome. I'm going to throw PhD Tony in there with us. I have some legit questions for you guys. I am not a flat earther about things I can't find about measurements that are used. Alien X, reach out to me on Discord, or you can get my email address from my About page. Hit me up. I'll have a conversation all the time. I love helping people find correct information. Yeah. Commander Darklight, Aussie!
Oi, oi, oi!
God, you guys are amazing. For $20 Aussie dollars, hashtag fail skeptic. Ding. Yeah, fail skeptic. You nailed it. Irish Demon. I appreciate it too, brother. Irish Demon for $2 Aussie dollars. God damn it, you Aussies, y'all. I love you guys. He's an Irish Aussie too. That was a challenging wank. For you, for me, it was pretty non-challenging for me. Oh, I just saw a super chat come in from Generally Shady. I'm glad you're still here, man. I'm so sorry the stream ended earlier when I was trying to get to your super chats. But I'm glad you're still here, man, because I did read them already. Flatten Destruction for $5. FE Aussie. Why use God as an excuse to lie? $1,000 if you can make a flat Earth point I can't debunk. Team, you can set up a debate for me. You hear that?
All right, I'm onto that. I'll take the $1,000.
Okay, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus.
All right.
Listen.
$1,000. Who made the offer?
Flatten Destruction. I will contact him. I will contact Flatten Destruction, and I will make sure that it is a fair challenge for both of you. Okay. I will make sure that that he is being legit with what he says, and I'll make sure that there are a set of standards to the rule set that you both agree on before we have the hangout. Okay?
Can we use spirit levels?
You know what? I will wait. We'll talk about that in a private conversation outside of this. Because he's saying, hey,
level is flatness. It should be just a given. We can use the spirit level.
Okay, well, if he can debunk it, though, he can debunk it. If he debunks it, you'd have to say prove how his debunk. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Flatten destruction. Flatten destruction. He's hungry for that $1,000 flatten destruction. So just hit me up on the side, and we'll get that together. That'd be amazing. Hey, I think I could take that challenge and not lose. I think I could do the same thing. I could give you $1,000 if you could debunk, or if you could stump me with a flat Earth proof, if there is such a thing. I would put $1,000 up. I've heard it all, Ozzy. I've heard it all. There's not a single argument you could make that hasn't been presented to me yet. Stephen Lane for £5.
Are you serious? You actually seriously think that you could debunk flat Earth with some
I have
evidence
debunked flat Earth. I killed Flat Earth, Ozzy Jesus. Are you not aware of who me and Fight the Flat Earth are, and Red's Rhetoric and Newcomer PhD? I mean, we have destroyed you guys.
Flat Earth only exists at this point. Ross, Flat Earth only exists at this point because we let it. Once we are bored with Flat Earth, we may let it die.
In peace.
What
I kind of think of Flat Earth as the increasingly crusty masturbation sock of the internet, and eventually it's just going to get and throw it out.
Well, no doubt you've got plenty of experience with that as well.
I look at new Flat Earth videos like I look at my son's fucking socks on his floor when I'm doing laundry. I'm like, I'm not touching that.
Yeah,
he can get it.
So, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, one last time. What about seismic waves that travel around the world multiple times?
Do they travel around the world, or are they just reacting to the water that we experience on the surface?
Water's got nothing to do. Water's got nothing to do with it. It's seismic waves. There's seismic waves.
They actually have a flat Earth proof, mate. They prove the Earth is flat.
And no, they don't.
Yes, they do.
So Stephen Lane.
Okay, I've worked alongside one of the world's greatest seismologists. No, they don't. And
so they're going through the Earth and reverberating around the other side? What the fuck, mate? Like, we can see water level. When we throw a rock into the water surface of any lake, we'll see it spreading out.
Yes, and that's the exact evidence I can use to demonstrate that Antarctica isn't a wall. I can use that exact outward rippling. But anyway.
And then I want to point out.
So you're saying the edges of a lake, the edges of any lake, are not really the edge; they're just some sort of underground over there.
I'm not saying anything about lakes. You're the one who brought lakes into the conversation. I'm saying
you're getting
that seismic waves.
Well, I'm saying lakes and oceans and anything that has to do with the surface of water. Anything that has to do with surface water.
What's water got to do with seismic waves?
The edge of something could be underneath the reverberations of those things that you're seeing spreading out.
That is inane gibberish.
Ross, I do want to congratulate you for being the world's first walking, living brain donor.
What is inane gibberish if I insist that Earth is flat, water is level, but you think the edges of a lake can be below something above the edges of a lake? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you mentally insane?
Okay, so
Your problem is that you don't understand what below means. But you don't know what below means.
Yes, I do. I do.
You really don't if you use that statement. If you said that.
No, right. I know because I'm not a fool. I'm not a fucking idiot like you. You assume that somehow some magical force.
How did giants make the moon again?
But it's still not below. And do you still?
Cool. And the sun is an interdimensional portal, was it?
It's only below.
Oh, Ross, do you remember that time that you said tennis was CGI?
Shut up, Craig.
No.
Yes.
Do you remember that when you made a video saying that tennis was CGI?
Do you think you're being funny here, Ross?
Physically, is it beneath us physically because it's distance?
All right.
Is that what makes it curve below water? Is that
well done? You just derped an entire derp. Congratulations.
You're all fucking maniacs.
All right.
Yeah, and that's why you are such a great contributor to modern science.
All right, so for £5, we do have Stephen Lane asked to Flat Earth Aussie Jesus a serious question. Did you believe in the Flat Earth before you started watching YouTube, or is that something that you just started believing after watching YouTube? Legit question.
I don't believe in the Flat Earth. I don't believe it. I just understand it as an observation of what we can physically see.
So you believe
blah,
it?
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you said you don't believe it, but then you just said that it's what we physically see. So therefore, what do you believe? What do you believe then?
Well, I accept what I'm able to see.
Can you see a southern rotation point in the sky for the stars?
If I set up a fucking camera and to do that.
Okay. So you can. So from Can you? Not from the northern hemisphere, but if I go to Argentina, for instance, I can, even though I'm on the other side of the planet from Australia.
We can both. You assume you can.
No, I have family that lives down there.
Other people have done it.
Yes, other people have done it. Exactly.
Oh, all right, so belief in the authority of what other people have done proves your beliefs.
No, but I don't have to do the
believe that there's
myself.
A giant conspiracy in the world to deceive me. Also, I don't believe that any individual human can reconstruct scientific progress. We have to trust the experimental results that other people present, unless we are in that field and we can replicate the experiment ourselves for reproducibility purposes. But if the experiment has been reproduced by multiple groups and the result is established as robust, we accept it. Whereas you don't accept anything. You're not even listening.
All right, let me get through these super chats. Ilya Moon for $5 says, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, consider this a fresh start. Thank you for apologizing. I still agree with your flat earth nonsense, but we can be amicable. So she does accept your apology, and as I suggested, she said let's just have a fresh start moving forward and all be amicable to each other in the chats. Are you okay with that, Ross? You seem to be okay with it.
I think that's lovely, yes. I've never had a problem with Elliot Moon.
Yeah, I know.
You said some things. Yes, she was.
Okay. Well, hold on. I didn't mean to ask you that to start up anything. I meant to just say, I'm glad that we all can actually agree that this is a fresh start and we can be amicable moving forward.
And that debate is what it's all about. We're all discussing about the nature of reality, obviously.
And everybody out there know this. On this channel, we fuck with people. People are allowed to fuck with us. You know, as long as they're not being hateful or racist or, homophobic and shit like that, you're able to have a voice on my channel, Roscoe. You can come in here and talk all the shit you want as long as it's not hateful and just having fun.
Honestly, I've never come here or to any channel to put hate on people. I don't hate.
Yeah.
All I'm interested in is spreading truth. and what I think is
your
an
truth,
alternative truth to what most people believe. Yes, it is my truth. It is alternative.
Your truth is not truth, though. And therefore, that's not the same thing as truth. Your truth is how you see the world. That's not how the world is.
Like, but then, if you're going to censor my version of the truth, then that makes you a censor. It makes you a Nazi.
Yeah. I don't agree with that.
Block the truth. But I'm entitled to have my version of the truth, and I just come onto platforms like this so that I can speak my own version of the truth. And whether it be right or wrong, you know, I'm quite happy to listen to somebody shut me down and prove me wrong. But if my version of the truth cannot be shut down with logic and science, then
it always
my version obviously stands the test of time.
Okay. But you do accept the fact. You do accept the fact that your truth could be wrong, correct?
Absolutely. Okay. I want it to be wrong.
That's fine. That's a step up above the average flat earther. The average flat earther comes to the table with a 100% belief that the earth is flat and there's no other possibility that it could be anything else, whether it's globe or not globe. It just can't be anything but flat. This is what presents itself with dissension inside of the flat earth community, because then you get people like what was being brought up earlier between Nathan Thompson and Flat Earth Millionaire, where you have one person that says absolute dome and you have another person that says, well, we don't know if there's a dome or not, and then you get the clash there. So there are people that come into this discussion with the belief that their understanding is absolutely right and cannot be wrong. Nathan Thompson being one of them.
Yeah.
Natalie.
And look, I'm 100% on the same platform with you there, where I come here pretty much to be proven wrong. But what I don't like to be ridiculed with is basically ridicule. Like ridicule of my opinion.
Well, don't say fucking stupid things then.
But okay, if you can prove my fucking stupid things wrong,
we did all night.
Every time we speak.
We did all night. But hey, let me keep going. Let me keep going with the super chats.
Hollow claims. And a hollow claim is not a factual truth. It's just a fucking belief.
Well,
and your fucking belief, it ends up being a fucking religious, indoctrinated something that you've put into your brain, but you can't prove it wrong. You can't prove that gravity is stronger than the lack of resistance of air. You can't prove that.
All right. Yeah, but
you're saying a pulling force is greater.
Hey, I have to keep going on super chats, Ross. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, bud.
Of course,
all right.
It's 4 a.m.
Well, I just need to get to a stopping point so that way we can move forward. But I appreciate it. I know you're trying to explain your point of view and everything, and I appreciate that. So please, I'm trying not to cut you off. I just need to keep moving forward. Irish Demon for $2 Aussie. Ask that dullard what a meteor is, and then he has an emoji and it says end. What do you think meteors are?
Magic.
Are you asking me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you think? If you had to explain what we saw, what we showed on video camera just earlier, what would you say that is? The meteor in Russia.
I certainly don't believe it. I certainly don't believe it was a forceful piece of earthly material that came from outer space. There's definitely something that shows light objects coming from another direction. But I would just say, at our best explanation would be just something that was ejected from a volcano and it's coming back to Earth.
Now, we do have the next one. The next super chat comes from Athens619 for $5, and he says Tunguska 1908. That's another major impact with the Earth that we have a record of. It happened a long time ago, so there's not a very detailed account of the record, but eventually, like, the word spread because they didn't have the internet at the time. So the word eventually spread to the scientists that were in the local community. They all came out, and then they realized they needed more help explaining what happened. So they reached out to other scientists. It took a few years before people actually got there, but even years later, you could see an absolute epicenter of the impact, where the center of the impact, it didn't hit the ground, it exploded in the air and still laid all the trees out and, you know, spreading out from one point. So they know approximately where it came in. They can tell by the, you know, the distance that the energy wave traveled. They can tell an approximate size and all this other stuff. It's definitely something to look into if you're ever curious about trying to explain what meteors are. That's a good thing. Jessica G for $5. I accept your apology as well, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. Here, let me help you off that 5-story burning building. Grab my hand. It's okay. I got you. Oops, sorry. I let go. Splat. You know that? Hey, she trolls the shit out of me. So take that as some love, because that's how I'd take it. Generally Shady for $2 Aussie says, word salad with no explanations, Ross. Facebook me. Yeah, if you ever want to talk to him, I'm sure Ross, I'm sure if he has a Facebook, he can reach out to you. Generally Shady is his name. The Athens 619 for $2. I can't hear what you're saying because it's too bright. Yeah, you might not understand the reference there, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, but that was in reference to JM Truth saying that sound and light were the same thing. So anytime someone says they can't hear you because it's too bright, that's what they mean. The many quips of JM Truth. Generally Shady for $2, $2 Aussie. Science, Ross. Learn it. Don't try to replace it. Agreed. A lot of this science we're talking about is well established. Irish Demon for $2 Aussie. Tony Longdicking, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, putting the D in PhD. Yes, love it. Rangerman 9404 for $2 at Team Skeptic. My dollars are US, not Aussie. Ding. Oops. Did I read an Aussie dollar on you, Rangerman 9404? I apologize, man. But thank you for the Aussie dollars that you sent me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nick Jean for $5 Canadian. Have Ross calculate how long an object takes to hit the ground when dropped from 10 meters up. No reason he can't. It's super easy. Ross, if you had an object that had sufficient mass so that the air resistance underneath it was not stopping it, it's 10 meters above you. You drop it. How long does it take to hit the ground?
9.8 meters seconds.
Yeah, well, we can round that. We can round up the gravitational acceleration to 10 meters per second squared. So if the gravitational acceleration is 10 meters per second squared, how long will it take the object to hit the ground from 10 meters up?
That was your answer. It's 9.8 seconds.
Care to try again? All right, so let me ask you this question: if it's 10, if we say 10, if 1 meter is 3 feet, which it's not, but let's just roughly say it's 3 feet. You go up 30 feet. You're telling me if you drop a ball from 30 feet up, it's going to take 10 seconds to get to the ground. That would not happen. It takes 1 second.
Yeah, you got a good point. You got a good point. It's about a second.
It's 1 second. Yeah, it's about a second. If it was 9.81 meters, then it would be 1 exact second, or close to exact second. But I always like, when we're just for purposes of discussion, I just go ahead and round it up to 10 meters per second squared, so we can all just, easily talk about the acceleration of gravity.
No, that's a fair point. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
You made a good point.
Okay. The plot hole for $5. Let me read out the super chats. We'll be out here in 30 minutes, 4 hours later. Ha ha ha. Much love to this community for being so fucking awesome. Yes, you guys are awesome. Yes, I do need to go watch fucking Sean's video right after this, because we told him we'd be done by now.
Hey, 1 sec, team. Aaron Armstrong, this is for you. Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. You're not welcome here on my channel or this channel. Fuck off.
What did he say? What did he say?
He called me a fucking cripple. He's like, oh, you triggered, are you cripple? Because he's been a little fucking snowflake about the fact that we're debating. So he decides to try and attack me because I'm a disabled military veteran. You know what? Now you're banned. Go away. No one wants you here.
Now, guys, if when people have those kind of attacks on our community, that is a bannable offense. When you try to speak on hate speech or, attack someone for their disability, I don't think that's cool at all. So I do support that, guys. I do support hiding that guy or banning him, whatever you guys want to do. That's when I just leave it up to the mods and say, have fucking fun. If you want to just leave him unbanned and time him out repetitively, or if you want to ban him, that's up to you guys. I don't care.
Yeah.
Go ahead, fight.
Seriously, Aaron, listen to me closely. You are not welcome here or on my channel. Don't ever email me again. You are blocked and banned from everything in this community. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
All right, Morton Nielsen for 45.
You're fired up, mate.
Oh, I love it. I love when he gets fired up, man. That's my main man over there. Morton Nielsen, if he didn't get fired up, I'd have probably stopped fucking with him a long time ago. I think that we feed off of each other's energy. Morton Nielsen for 45 Donkey Kong dollars. Derp, derp, derpity derp. Earth is flat, derpity derp. Fear. He called you fear. Every fear debate ever. Derp, derp, derpity derp. In summary, but at least he's funnier than most flurfs. So yes, you have a fan, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. He says you're funnier than most of the dipshits that come on here. And I agree. You're pretty entertaining to hang out with.
They did have a fucking point, Like, I'm always happy to argue a point. But if you're just coming on to be a troll, then obviously he's a troll.
Generally Shady for 2 Aussie dollars. Ross, I can be at your place in 90 minutes. Want an education? Be nice, General Shady.
You want my address?
No addresses online. No addresses online. No, we're not sharing addresses online. You'll get all kinds of pizzas delivered to your house. Trust me. I know. They got my address one time, and I had several pizzas delivered to my house. Not these guys when I got doxxed. They were sharing my business's address, which happened to be where I lived also. And I did actually get one single death threat, and several pizzas were ordered to my place. So, but I didn't pay for any of them, and all of them had cheese on it, so they fed my son well. All right, Peter Miss Prime for 2 Aussie dollars. Isn't the term American English an oxymoron? I would normally agree with you, but no, there's actually a difference between English and American English. So, like, we don't color with a U. What the fuck? Who spells color with a U? Or parlor with a U? I mean, armor with a U. What the? Get a life. You take the U out. That's extra work. You don't even need the extra work. Just remove the U. Get things done more efficiently. Let's see. Christ Puncher for 2 Canadian dollars. It was aluminum before it was changed to aluminium. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me see. Which was first? Aluminum or aluminium? At first, oh, wait. Oh, God, no. Okay, good. In 1807, it was alumium. A-L-U-M-I-U-M. Then, it was changed to aluminum, like the Americans say. And finally settling on aluminium in 1812. So, yeah, currently I guess I should be saying aluminium, but only because the British stole that from the Americans in 1812. Just another part of cultural appropriation by the British. All right. Generally Shady for 5 Aussie dollars. I give Ross heaps because he's nuts. Oh, I know you do, and I know you're fucking around with him, Generally Shady. I know you're just trolling. But I believe I'd enjoy a beer or two with him. He has heart. I wish he'd listen and learn. He's wasting. He's wasting. And then he follows that up with 2 Aussie dollars. I can be at Ross's with a laser level. See, Ross, I would have a beer with you. I would take you out. I would have a beer with you. And we would find out what makes that crazy brain either turn or not turn, depending on your perspective. So I think it'd be interesting.
If you want to shout me a beer, like I'm not opposed to anybody ever shouting me a beer, but I used to have to buy one back.
Well, I'm having
just how long ago. I do buy one back.
So I have intentions of visiting Australia to visit some of these guys out there. As you can tell, I got a big, huge Aussie following. I think part of that is because of when I do my streams. I think it's kind of like early morning for you guys, but most people are getting up and getting their day started. But I get a lot of Aussies watching my stuff, and man, I love that shit. One day I'll be out there to visit Australia, and hopefully we can get you out to whatever pub we go to, and all of us have a fucking beer and a laugh.
I tend to watch your channel simply because, you're on, and it's obviously late at night over in your part of the stationary planet. Oh, and Craig, of course, loves me. He's constantly spamming me in my emails to try to get me to come on. So, of course, Oh, I love you, Craig.
Of course I am. Usually show up on every single one of the streams that I'm on. I mean, I think I could literally class you as a stalker.
The plot hole for $2 says
except you're already my stalker. So if I'm your stalker and you're my stalker, does that make us stalkies?
No, it just means you're wrong and you're a stalker.
All right. So for the plot hole for $2, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus is speaking in cursive. Yeah, you're speaking in cursive there, Ross, if you know what that means. Earlier, you were too bright when you were talking. Now you're talking in cursive. Irish Demon for $2 Aussie. Shout out to the plot hole. Great creator and dude. I would agree with you on the creator and dude part. Not so much great, meh. No, I'm serious, man. I'm joking. The plot hole is an amazing creator, and I actually enjoy his presence. I had the opportunity to have dinner with the plot hole and JL Truth, whose super chat is next, and I just want to say that I really enjoy those guys' presence. They're good people. JL Truth for $4.99. At this point, we're just entertaining this piece of shit, Alki Scrub, and enabling his addictions. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I have to meet him in person. Aaron Armstrong for $2 Aussie. Hold on. Aaron Armstrong for $2 Aussie. Well, he did super chat it. Whether he takes it back or not, that's a whole different thing. Maybe he'll take it back and I can be the first person to fucking force a payment through via Google. Because after what happened on Twitter or on Twitch, I don't think they're going to be doing too many chargebacks anymore. But Aaron Armstrong, I want to say thank you for your money. I do appreciate it. Way to go, guys. Making money off of a crazy guy. I don't think Flat Earth, I think he has some crazy ass beliefs, but I don't think he's fucking medically defined as insane or crazy. So unless you're a medical doctor.
He is definitely batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's
but in the sense
crazy.
that he's clearly never paid it. He clearly never paid attention in school and is therefore quite retarded.
And let's see. Aaron Armstrong says...
It could be on the other hand, I'm actually exposing the insanity of you fucking idiots. That is actually what I'm here to do. Is I'm exposing how fucking batshit insane you are.
All right. Aaron Armstrong for Aaron Armstrong for $5 Aussie says Flat Earth Aussie Jesus is obviously drunk and or stoned. Grow up, you three. Well, guess what? I am on his level 2. I'm sure Fight the Flat Earth is on his level 2, so we're not fucking picking on him. Why don't you fucking grow up and shut the fuck up?
I actually feel like getting stoned, It's been a long time since I've had a cone. I wouldn't mind one.
Yeah, I've been going with this oil in an effort to try to hopefully save my lungs from the because I need it I need it instead of opiates. I don't want to take opiates. And if I could take a hallucinogen, if I could take a little hit of mushrooms, if I could eat a mushroom and not have to deal with the pain, I'd do that before I'd even smoke weed. I'm sorry?
Like, I deal with reality, like, I haven't smoked weed in years, and I prefer reality.
You couldn't handle reality. All right, Aaron Armstrong for $5 Aussie dollars says, "Go back to work, please.
He's sending you loads of money.
Huh?
He's sending you loads of money. What an idiot! I love it.
Yeah, he's probably gonna charge it back. I don't care. JL Truth for $1.99. Godwin's Law finally invoked. What's that?
It's your channel, like, if you think that people need to, pay to smoke dope or take mushrooms or whatever, that's,
Oh, I don't
do that. Who's saying that people have got to pay for that?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Are you referring to me here when you say that, or are you referring to the guy that super chatted?
I'm just referring. Maybe there's a bit of a delay here.
Yeah.
And so I'm missing what happened, but something that Craig just said that I must be using hallucinogens. And
no,
I don't use hallucinogens.
No, I didn't.
I don't think anybody said that. Unless I misheard it, I don't think anybody said it.
Ross, this is why drinking before 8 a.m. isn't a good idea. Just saying.
All right. Caroline Clark for $5. Is Ross trying... Oh, wait. Godwin's Law finally invoked by JL Truth for $1.99. I don't remember Godwin's Law. Did any of us invoke Nazis or Hitler on anybody? I don't think... I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but maybe... Flat Earth Aussie Jesus may have brought it up, but I don't think he was accusing us of being Nazis or anything like that. If I missed it, I missed it, but JL Truth may have caught it. He was sitting in the chat. Caroline Clark for $5.
I never accused anybody of being Nazi. That goes totally against my whole philosophy.
I think at some point you brought up Hitler, but I don't think you were... Well, I think at some point you brought up Hitler, but I don't think you were, or not Hitler, but Nazis, and I don't think you were referring to us as them. So I don't think you.
Socialists. Those are people that were defending their home country as national socialists, as a form of politicians, and they ended up supporting somebody who they thought were defending their rights. But I've never said that that's a superior form of politician.
Yeah. I didn't think you did. So, all right. We have just a few more, like 3 or 4 more. Let me pull up the last one because it's not showing up on my screen. Okay, Caroline Clark for $5. Is Ross trying out for a part in the remake of The Wizard of Oz? He looks like the Cowardly Lion. You do look like you'd make a good lion. Just because of your mane. You definitely hold on now. I got it. Hold on. We got to do this real quick. Where is 1 second? I have 1 second, or I need 1 second. Hold on. Cause you look like no shit. Wow, you are a dead ringer for this. Pink bow on the head and everything. Hold on. Let me get this up right quick. Okay. Incoming. Let me hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up so that way we can get a comparison.
Not happening.
Yes, happening. Put your face in the middle of the screen real quick. We can look at that. Dead ringer.
Team, I only see two. Well, I don't understand. I just see 2 pictures of Ross.
Oh my goodness, this is absolutely amazing. Hold on, let me put this up there so that people can see
what? Because you bring up an actor with.
You could play that character though. You have very similar qualities. We need to put a pink bow in your hair to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that with the pink bow, can we twirl up your
You're just doing that thing like that. What do they call that? That face recognition sort of shit.
I don't know.
Face swap.
I can't...
Yeah, I could do a face swap quite easily.
Face swap. Yeah, that's what it's called. All right. Let me get through these last couple of super chats. We're almost done, guys. I promise.
It's called really fucking lame. You know, like, geez.
Yeah, I need to go to bed at some point. It's nearly 5 a.m.
Yeah, right. Let me get... Okay. Let's see. But good call, Caroline Clark. Good call. Nick Jean for $2 Canadian doesn't believe in gravity. ... uses gravity. Yes. Andres Elda for 26. Alu Maxium. Everybody's okay? We're not having anybody having COVID-19 on my stream, are we?
No.
Okay, good deal.
Tony was just dying.
All right, Generally Shady for $2 Aussie says his email address is General E Shady, like in the army, General E Shady, one word, @gmail.com. Ross, I'd love to help you. That's what he said. So, hey, Ross, if you ever want to, have a conversation with somebody, fellow Aussie out there, you have one that wants to have a conversation with you, General E Shady @gmail.com. And if you ever, and I'll send that to you in a message, or I'll have Craig send it to you in a message. But that's a fellow Aussie.
Yeah, he's one of those fellows that constantly spams my YouTube channel as well.
He's been pretty. He's been pretty cool tonight.
As by his name, he is generally.
Yes, he is. That's why I love him so much. I think
he named himself perfectly.
All right, last super chat. Diabetic War Slug. I haven't donated to one of my 3 favorite channels in a while, so here you go, team. One of your 3 favorite fucking channels? God damn it! Where's my fucking?
Amazing.
Yeah, hold on. Let me play the right fucking.
Well, I've heard from him that the 3 channels are yours, the Donkey Porn YouTube channel.
No, it's,
and I'm sure there was.
I thought it was mine, my gaming channel, and my sock account. But let me see. I got to get this right. Let's see. Oh, why didn't it play? Oh, because I turned it off. All right. There was I used to have this thing that would play the Dukes of Hazzard horn in my ear and flash the lights for when I die. So that was me dying inside from all the fucking appreciation. Thank you, Diabetic War Slugs. Thank you for everybody chipping in tonight for making this this possible. Thank you, Aaron Armstrong, for all the money you gave me and then getting your ass fucking banned. Go ahead, charge him back. I don't fucking care.
On pretty much every channel in the community. Good job. Well done for killing yourself in the community.
What I'll do is if I see that they're charged back, I'll go ahead and make a complaint to YouTube and see if I can't forcefully charge you to put them all back on. Other than that, man, you could have been cool. You could have expressed your opinion without being such a fucking punk. Or maybe you couldn't. Maybe you just don't lack the fucking physical capabilities of not being a stupid piece of shit. Because everything you pretty much said tonight was absolutely stupid. One more super chat. Brian M. Butcher for $2. One more. Batcher. God damn it, Batcher. It's Brian Batcher. My name is Batcher, not Butcher. I'm sorry, but I butchered your fucking name, Batcher. It happens. Fuck. All right, let's see. I think we have I've got to come. One more. Oh, yeah, that one came through. Go ahead. What's up, Tony? Oh, one more.
I just want to...
Go ahead. Go ahead. Nope, go ahead.
So, I do want to say, so I can see Aaron Thompson's point. I can see where he's coming from. But there's also the argument to be made of, trying to tamp down on a menace. So we are currently in a crisis where people are peddling misinformation, and a lot of people who are peddling that misinformation are prone to conspiracy theories like the flat Earth conspiracy theories. So, saying, well, this is just a guy, and you should let him be. You should just let him be. You should leave him alone. You shouldn't pick on him like that. Well, if this weren't, if they could just let this go and catch up with the rest of reality, that'd be fine. But instead, they're trying to kill people with their COVID, with their COVID nonsense and other conspiracy theories, and it is actually dangerous. It starts out harmless enough, but it is actually dangerous.
And I'll tell you something. Well, let me go back and find his name real quick. Aaron Armstrong. I'll tell you something, man. I love trolling people, and I don't mind the troll out in the audience. Just ask fucking Jessica G, right? She'll fucking tell you all about trolling me. If you ever really want, if you're trying to make a real point, if you're not just out here trying to troll, which is what I see here, and I do think that your comment towards Fight the Flat Earth was fucking ridiculous. You shouldn't be talking about him. You shouldn't be making fun of his disability. It's something that he has no choice over. So I think that was stupid. For everything you said tonight, for you to turn around and do that means that all you were doing in your comments was trying to get a reaction out of us, which is fine. That's your choice. You can try to get a reaction out of us. Sometimes it works. I've had people troll me so fucking hard that I yell at them in the chat only to find out they're fucking with me, you know? So if that was the case, or if you'd like to sit down and legitimately, behind closed doors, not live, have a conversation about this, then I'd be more than happy to have that conversation with you, because I do think you're in the wrong. I agree with Tony. This is one of those ideas that needs to be shot down before it ever takes off. The reason why is because they promote things in the flat Earth community. I'm not saying that Ross promotes these things, so don't tie him into it, but they promote anti-vax, COVID as a conspiracy, anti-masks. They promote all kinds of harmful information. They promote non-education. You know, oh, you go to college, it's indoctrination. No, people learn things in college. Why do you think your doctor who saves your kid, when you have a fucking broken arm and your arm gets set back or pins get put in there, how do you think they know how to do that? They didn't learn from trial and error, my friend, okay? They learned from scientific observation. They took a dead body, they cut it open, and they learned about the anatomy. And they figured out different ways of curing things, of healing things, of practice. It's a long process to become a doctor. They had to go to school to do all that. Flat Earth tells you don't go to school. Don't bother going to college because you don't need it. It's all indoctrination. The Earth's flat anyway. That's why we step up and we do what we do. And I don't think that Flat Earth Ozzy is crazy. Go ahead. What's that?
I will absolutely say, as soon as you finish your little rant here, I understand where you're coming from, because you are pushing the mainstream belief. But I am one of those people who will 100% be anti-vax. So if you'd like to,
well, then you're a fucking retard of epic proportions.
Yeah,
why is that?
This is what I was getting with.
Is so fucking retarded is because he's been vaccinated.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
Team, hold on. Team, can you boot? No, can you boot Ross? Can you boot Ross, please?
No.
Boot Ross, please.
What did he do?
Said.
What did he say?
What he just said?
He just called my son a retard. He just called my son a retard.
Ross, why'd you call his son a retard, man? Come on, bro. Why you got to do that?
Well, okay. Your son is obviously not.
Okay, he's gone. All right. I'll let you guys fucking discuss that privately. I did not hear him say that. That's why I said, why do y'all want me to boot him?
You were talking at the time.
He said
what he said there.
Yeah, he said that's why my son's retarded, because he's had vaccinations.
Okay, well, that's fucking stupid. Ross, that was fucking uncalled for. That's exactly what we were talking about, Ross. We said, we can go the whole conversation without the hate speech. And then you had to attack Fight the Flat Earth Sun, which is fucking ridiculous, bro. Why'd you do that? This shows, man, that you got a lot of growing. You have a lot of growing up to do, fucking Ross, man. Come on, we had a great conversation for 4 hours, and that's how you end the conversation, sir. Yeah, I'm sorry, Fight. I did not know that he said that.
That's all right.
I was completely unaware of it when it happened. So, okay.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and finish these super chats and get out of here. And I apologize, man. Nobody should have to deal with that.
That's cool.
That's nothing that you or your son or anybody chose for him. And I hate the fact that.
And he's not retarded. He's got Asperger's. Well, it's not Asperger's. It's called ASD now, and ADHD. He's actually the smartest kids in his peers. By far. You know, the teachers are always saying that he is so far ahead of his academically that it's ridiculous. So
thank y'all.
Fucking retard.
like I said, thank y'all for pointing that out that he said that. And again, Fight, I am really sorry. I did not know he said that.
That's cool.
I would have just booted him myself without even questioning if I would have heard him say that.
Yeah, you were in the middle of saying something. So
okay. Now I feel bad
sort of
though.
Talked over him, but
I feel bad
don't feel bad.
for even halfway defending him when I was like, no, wait, why? Because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But, all right, my bad. All right, Brian M. Batcher. I'm gonna do this right for $2. Once more, my name is Batcher, not Butcher. I got it right that time. Professor Pineapple for 20 Aussie dollars. Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
I didn't even have enthusiasm with that. Ready? We're going to do this again. Aussie!
Oi.
There we go. But hey, I'm the one that had the initial no energy, so it's not even y'all's fault. Morton Nielsen for 17 Donkey Kong dollars. Shilling for Kay's Cooking. Best channel on YouTube. Wait, Kay's Cooking? Who the heck is Kay's Cooking? And how are they the better channel than me? We gotta just see what's going on at Kay's Cooking real quick. 63,000 subscribers? Okay. Spicy soup with fish.
Okay.
Oh, one year ago posted. Oh man, we need new content.
Oh my god.
Spicy soup with fish. Yes, we need new content from them. But yeah, awesome, Morton Nielsen. Stringer News 1 for $2. Happy 2021, everybody. Wait, it's next year, right? No.
I fucking wish it was.
And I do want to say something. Hold on, let's see. Hawk Skull for £2. Rule number 1: argue on what you say, not what you are. Good fucking rule there. And I do want to say, mad fucking love to Professor Pineapple. It's been a long time since we've got a chance to really hang out and interact. I know you're going through some things right now. I know I'm going through some things right now. But it is always, always, always a pleasure to see you in the chat, man. Even when you're just being silent and listening in, sometimes I'm tagging other people that start with PRO, and I see your name out there, and I'm like, yes, Professor Pineapple is watching Team Skeptic. Team Skeptic wins again. Now all we got to do is get you to change that goddamn name. Jessica G.
Right, can I go to bed now?
Waiting for my apology from Team Skeptic. Well, here you go, Jessica. There you go. Massive fucking apology for you. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea what I'm apologizing for, so I refuse to bend the knee without knowing why I'm bending the knee. All right, I think that's going to be it, guys. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Thank you, everyone who was able to super chat tonight. For those of you that aren't, be sure to share this on a Flat Earthers fucking Facebook page, on a Reddit page somewhere, on Twitter, anywhere. Piss a Flat Earther off. That's your duty for tomorrow. Your Team Skeptic approved job that you have to do, being stuck at home and under COVID quarantine, is to piss off a Flat Earther. If you can do that,
Jessica G,
you're fucking winning.
Jessica G says that you gave her a hard time for timing out Roscoe earlier in the stream.
Yeah.
Wants an apology.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, Jessica G, that you want an apology, okay? I really am.
Nice.
Okay.
Generally Shady says, I'll slap Ross FTFE if I meet him. There we go. He went from He went from supporting to hating, and then or supporting him to want to kick his ass for you, which is totally cool. Thank you very much. And then Jessica, I see your bunch of fucking tags. All right, FTFE, get the fuck, or say what you got to say and get out. I know you're trying to leave. Go. Say what you got to say.
That's right. Tony, you cool for tomorrow for debating Spurs?
Yeah, sure.
Oh fuck.
Not sure that.
He's
not sure
proof
that that's
that
going to
rockets
be
don't work in space for you.
Yeah, I saw.
I want to say something real quick because I heard you and Planar Walk talking about this earlier, and I've said this about him. You can hold his hand and walk him up to the answer, and he will like this. Look, he's like this. Look, me and little Dwight. All right, Dwight, this is gravity, okay? Oh, okay. All right. So then we move a little forward. Say more gravity. Okay, more gravity. Okay, now you ready to accept it? No. All right, fight. Get the fuck out of here.
Spurs never accepts anything. All right, guys. Night. Thank you very much. Been a blast as always.
Good night. Take care, bud. Yeah, and then Tony, do you have anything to say before you get out of here, bud?
Well, Roscoe's pretty reprehensible, but again, I just want to say, we need to sort of stamp this out, and I can't help but think that actually Aaron Thompson is just part of part of a campaign to sort of try and I'm not sure if I shared this with you, so I should perhaps explain. Anthony Riley promised me that I would be driven out of this community within 6 weeks. So
why?
When I see people come, he said that everybody would get sick of me being ignorant and stupid, and they would just not invite me on anymore, and that I would get sick of being made to look like a fool by him and his mates, and that I would leave humiliated. That was his plan. So when I see somebody come on and pay you a lot of money to sledge me off, I mean, I'm a little suspicious of their motivations. That's why.
Jessica G says Team Skeptic's still waiting. I'm so sorry, Jessica, that you've been waiting so long. All right. She has been on fire in the chats in recent days, I have to say. Oh yeah, she's definitely. What up, Mandalorian? What up, Wildman Fujiyami? Let's see, Brian Butcher. I'm just gonna keep butchering it. I'm sure he'll love it. Andrew Lassard says, "Bend the knee." I'm not bending the knee ever. I only bend the knee when I truly feel I've wronged somebody. So no, I'm not bending the knee. Thank you everybody for coming out. I love you guys. Thanks for all the super chats. You guys are fucking amazing. Thank you for everybody. Hey, leave a like if you haven't hit like yet. Go to the other video and watch the first 2.5 hours before I failed over there. And the next question we should ask is am I going to fail over here? I don't think I am. I think tonight is the night it works. I have it all set up. I push one button over here and it should end everything on its own.
So are you after darking? I feel
yeah. I will probably be on, what's it? You know what, Tony? Tonight I'm going to take a night off. I need a night off. I'll be back on tomorrow night for the After Dark. Oh God, yep. This button. All right, here we go. I got a check mark. What the fuck? You know what I didn't do, Tony? When I set up the second stream, I didn't click to set it up to auto stop. So it's not auto stopping. We're still going. We're still live because I just want everybody to know that it wasn't an intentional fail. That and neither was the other one that wouldn't have closed out if I didn't have that option set. But I forgot to set it for this one. And we're done.